They hold the key to freedom of thought, heart and trust. In heifer heaven, where happiness is a must.
Howdy. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
I was like, Digger, can we hear you and can you hear us?
I can hear everyone. Can you hear me?
I can. You were just a little slow on the hello, and I was, yeah, I can hear you now. We don't even have to see the mouth going. That would be fun.
If it's not moving, then I'm not talking. It's not me.
I wish I could throw my voice,
I know.
I watch, oh my God, what is that stupid movie or TV show from the 70s or 80s about the Wacko family, the two sisters. Anyway, one of the sons is a
no.
You go ahead. Yeah. My tongue's not going to do it.
Ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist. Yes. There you go. I started it wrong. That's why it wasn't getting anywhere. And anyway, I would love to be able to do that, throw your voice, to make people go, what? Wait, what? That kind of thing. So anyway, hey, it's Sunday. Good morning, everybody. No, we've been up for a while. We both have been up for a while. She's been making her girls feel better.
Yeah.
Did you just hear this one talk?
I did. What was that? Where's my ice, Mom?
Oh,
is that what that was?
And last night, Cynthia even mentioned it, and I never got up and got Ditto's ice. Damn. I'm thinking about me an awful lot lately because you know what? I'm tired of not thinking about me, apparently. So, Ditto didn't get his ice last night, and that's the cat. So he might be in the toilet at this time. Steven left the seat up. Let me look. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
My girls don't understand that. And if I don't put the seat down, because I always put the seat down. I don't flush the seats down.
Me too.
But the girls don't realize that the seat isn't always down. And Sweets, I was so lucky. I scooped her just as she was about to land, not on the seat, but in the bowl. I caught her like she hewed over it.
I had one the moment I raised it to go pee, as I was pulling my pants down, went to jump on it and landed straight inside. And I'm like, well, I'm glad it was now and not when I was standing up.
Yeah.
I just heard him drop down, so I think we're good. I think he was up in the sink based on the way the clunk, because he sounds like that. So anyway, well, I don't know. We can never trust the viewer thing at all. At a certain point, it bounced up to like 11 right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's like this, and then it bounced down to 3, and then back up to. It's like, so
we can't decide for itself.
No. And we do know that we got some of y'all here. MJ's here probably by now. I don't know. We'd have to go do roll call by doing the @MJ. See, yep. MJ is in the house saying
hi, MJ,
hello to Digger. And then he comes over to the real house here and says hello to me, which he says Sheni. And then I just happened to have been bouncing in there right after he did that. And I said, well, hello there, MJ. See you soon, I promise. Well, look, I do promise, contrary to what the original posting of the stream said, we were never going to be here at 1:30 in the morning.
No, okay? No. And if you guys fell for it, that's your fault. I'm sorry you were up that late.
Not April Fools, but only fools believed in that one, right? I mean, not trying to be mean, but we're
not 1:30 in the morning starting to stream kind of people.
No, we sure aren't. But this one over here goes, oh shit. we're late. Wait a minute. What time did you say? 1 o'clock? I don't know. Damn it! Did you say 1 o'clock or something like that? It was
Yeah,
adorable.
yeah.
You phrased it, and I went, no, I don't know. I don't think so. So I go to look, and it says 1:30, and I'm like, no, it says 1:30, and then I'm like, oh, a.m. And I said that so casually, didn't I?
Yeah.
And then it's like, I don't know if I can go fix it. So I got to go and fix it. So yes, it got fixed, but it got fixed 10 minutes before we came on stream because she noticed that we were supposed to already been live. And well, we weren't. We were just sitting here chatting. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about this. I know that she has written something somewhere, but here's the game plan. Over in the main chat, you're going to see a pinned post, which is your initial boarding pass to go over and make sure that you are still subbed and that you like this stream over on Digger's side. Okay?
Yes, please.
Really important to do that. And if for some reason you happen to be in my Rumble, you need to Digger 1420.
Yes, Digger 1420.
I really need to start linking that post too, because you need to be over there. But it's the Rumbles aren't the big happening, but I need to start doing that just in case. So anyway, but today she didn't feel like doing a Rumble, which was a really good idea because I'd already screwed it up and said 1:30 p.m. So there's your boarding pass. Please have a safe, enjoyable trip. They do pass out sodas and salted peanuts, I understand. Well,
yes, although sometimes they come in one container all together, so be careful when opening.
Right, and I was never told, and we may shake them up for you, but I was never told it was salted. We just know before handing it to you, we put salt in them, and that we do shake it up very readily. So go ahead, take your boarding pass over to Diggers, sub and like, and then when you are done, you will know that there is another boarding pass for the completion of your round trip to get your heinies back over here. When you get
and
back over here,
appreciate all these airplane tickets that we're buying for all y'all, so you can go back and forth to all these different places. We want to make sure that you guys are treated with the dignity and respect that you deserve.
Or not.
Nothing but the best.
But here is the whole thing. When you get back over to this stream, we need you to go to Love Chat. Okay, what is Love Chat? Love Chat is live chat, not Top Chat. Top Chat is asshole YouTube making a decision on what you do and do not see. Why they wouldn't say you can stay on live chat, and then if you don't want to read all those, you can make a decision to go to Top Chat.
Yeah, no.
Asshole, tie, no oxygen, brain cell, big checks. Okay, does all that make sense? So here we are saying, make sure that you go to Love Chat, because with the typo, it is love, but in reality, it's live. Okay, so make sure that you go ahead and do that, and that way, then you get to see what everybody says. I think I have already changed. Nope, got one on top, got one on live. Got them both on Love Chat now. I do. It's important. We all need to be reminded. So there we go. Tammy comes along and says, MJ, howdy. And then she says, Sheni, howdy. And a couple of hearts and some hugging peoples. And I'm going to sneeze.
Hi, Tammy.
Tammy's like, howdy to Digger. And I don't know why that one. Oh, because the name was after, not first, after the first two. My brain is going to play games with me today. So it picked up something different and got befuddled as it was trying to come out of my throat. And I felt that one. It's like, whoa, we got a whole bunch of orange hearts. If you don't know about orange hearts, in my world, that's Zachariah Anderson. Get to know the story because it could be you. And so there's a whole bunch of free Zachariah Anderson hearts for you right there in my book. MJ's like, hello, Tammy. And Tammy's like, MJ, how are you? And MJ's like, well, I'm pretty darn good. And you? And Tammy's like, cold as I had to do a self-clean on my oven, and I had to have the window and the slider open. Well, that's very detailed. Good to have it open because you're smarter than I am. And Tammy's like, oh, wow, it double played. What double played? The opening only played one time. No, we have one that likes to start looping.
Yeah.
Totally funny.
Yeah.
And but it's an ending. But I got told I need to update everything. So I guess I'll be updating everything. I just was like, hey, it's not my issue, but I'll go ahead and update. So anything, the music will play verses sometimes, if that's what you're talking about. I don't know, Tammy. And there's OG.
Hi, OG. How you
He's
doing?
like, sup, you amazing mofos. Sup, you hugger bugs. I had to fix what I was going to say very quickly. Wow. And then Tammy's like, OG, howdy. And she's like, sorry, I forgot the punctuation. and then OG's like, hey, Tammy, you wear a Halloween outfit for the open house inspection. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow, Friday or Monday. See, look, I just said tomorrow is Friday. I say shit backwards, apparently, a lot more. You watch a few of our streams and you'll catch how much I do it. Tammy's like, it isn't until midweek. Oh, I thought you said it was Monday. OG's like, punctuation is for nerds. And he's laughing at me and then says, oh. And MJ's like, hello, OG. And Tammy's like, Digger and Sheni, howdy. You guys are playing double. Well, I was playing triple on mine. And I was like, whoops, the live chat thing that I forgot. Yeah. Well, I also forgot to mute that one. And then I forgot to mute the one that I did live chat. So they were all really rather close. Normally there's a longer delay. But did you like the way I said that? Normally there's a longer delay. But today they were just like a second off. And it was very interesting. So MJ's like, you feeling better today? Tammy's like, yep. And OG's like, I like to practice my ventriloquism during oral. Isn't that where the name of those beautiful vehicles called Hummers came from?
No, but it sounds good.
Just saying. And OG's like, it's weird when her buggy says, I want to be a real boy. My buggy didn't say that. My buggy had Spider-Man on it. Oh, look at that. Here we are at the 15-minute mark. So,
Tammy, are you actually, well, it won't matter. We're going to find out shortly. You might be listening to both two streams running at the same time, which is why you're hearing double.
Right, because you were on Digger's and you were on mine.
Yeah.
So,
but we're just past the 15-minute mark. So anyone who is still over in my YouTube, now's the time. You hit that pinned link after you've hit the like and subscribe. Come on over to Sheni's. We're going to shut down my stream so that everyone's all in the same chat room. It just makes everything easy.
It makes things copacetic.
Yes.
Was that psychedelic enough? No. I really should have gone over. The plumber has sent his stepson over here the last couple of times. So I don't know if he's gone to my nephew's here. I can ask him. I don't know what they're called. I
don't know. Tammy says that's better. YouTube opened 3 windows. Yeah, I get that too, Tammy. All of a sudden we hit live, but I hear us here, but I also hear us in both of our YouTubes and both of our Rumbles.
You got to mute yourself really all over the place because we're over here doing a whole lot. We just make this look really copacetic cool.
But it's really not that easy.
But it's, it's really not. When Digger streams, I want to always be there because you guys know that I'm not on stream, but I want to be there as a backup. And if I ever hear a key while I'm working, that, oh my God, she may go into a panic here because it happens, right?
Yes, especially with my tech.
I like to jump in so that she's like, okay, at least I'm not alone, because then she can go off camera, she and I can chit chat with you guys, and I can read the chat to her while she's doing whatever she needs to do.
I'm trying to figure out why the fuck
but
Gremlins are doing something.
yeah, I love how people go, you know what, I'm going to, do this or do that. Okay, go ahead. But there's a lot going on that y'all don't know. and so when Tammy, you just got a little taste of it, when all of a sudden you're like, where do all these voices come from? Oh, please. Those are all our other personnations in other timelines trying to talk to you all at one time. Do you see how that works? We just messing with you.
Really cool. The other day, Friday night, we watched a movie. It was a religious basis, but it was a time travel movie, and it gave me some really interesting questions to ponder.
I know. It's like, could it? And again, why couldn't it? But here's what I don't, and this is what I was thinking just before I came into the room, or after I had come into the room. I don't know, just that early. Okay, that recent, not early, recent. Did they ever prove that when they went to the final jump, right? I'm going to call them jumps because that's what Sam and Iggy called them. So in the final jump, did they really live and get to come back to their regular timeline? They never really said that, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Talked that he sent them there for future healings because of Jesus's DNA that they had brought with, which is a little bit weird because the way the guy got the DNA off of Jesus, who had already been dead, there would have been no DNA blood in the system when he jabbed him. So that was a little, bless their hearts. It was a good movie though. But, I'm like, wait, I'm going to have to watch the ending of it again, because I know that at the end they were both laying there with the guns on them. And he said, that they moved them, he put them forward where they have the ability to heal. But I think they think there's going to be a part 2.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It was really well set for a part 2.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I think there's going to be a part 2. Yeah, it's really not that work. So anyway, here we are having it. See, we look, nothing.
How does time travel fit in with God?
Right. And if you can, the movie was about if you, did time travel and you went back and you avoided a few major events from occurring.
Yeah.
Where is the Christianity and how's that going to affect us? And it was really good. It was a good way, because we're like going, well, wait a minute, what about this? And then it's like, well, no, but and then why couldn't it happen? Because I can't limit him to only one game at a time. He might be playing 50,000 chess games all at one time.
Or he may be playing one game, but it's a game so advanced that we can't even comprehend. So
either way, I try and think like God for a moment, folks. Just don't. But again, in the whole Tower of Babel, right? He would already know that this is going to happen. So, he would already.
Yeah, because like even in the Garden of Eden, he calls out, "Where are you, Adam?"
I'm sorry.
Wow. He knew exactly where Adam was, but he's asking because he needs to
have Adam own up to it.
Yeah.
Don't get me started, dude. I absolutely made a boo-boo and looked forward. And you don't have. I will put a link in so that you can join, sweetheart. Because again, what? I have been slacking on putting the links into the.
Are you reading ahead in chat?
Did I accidentally do something? Uh-huh. So
I
anyway,
don't know who you're talking to.
It's okay, but there you go. If you want it. So anyway,
I thought you were talking to me. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, it was.
I'm here.
An idiot.
I don't need any links.
I'm an idiot. Welcome to my world of it's today. Tammy
Yeah.
is like, oh, that's so better. YouTube opened 3 windows and I didn't realize it. I think we've already read this. So what did I
Yeah,
do?
I read that one. Yeah.
I think when I knocked it over, I lost where we were. So
Oh, okay.
OG's like, gotta get back to zombieing through my shift. Well, how
You
are you
be well.
feeling, sweetheart?
Yeah, that's what I
I'm
was
kind
wondering.
of like, now that you're working, oh,
You
sweetie.
felt really, really awful yesterday. So the fact that you're at work today is pretty good.
Yeah. Check in with us after work over on Discord, because we're pretty sure that we're gonna be in there like watching TV or something. Okay. So feel free to check in because we worry about you. Tammy's laughing bluegills over there. And okay, I won't use it anymore. Won't use what? Wait, what did we tell you not to use? Ventriloquism? No. All that stuff that makes me horribly ill because I'm stupid and I don't open the windows and stuff. I have no idea. I don't. Oh, punctuation. Punctuation is for nerds. Now that was not my memory, folks. I actually went up and saw OG said punctuation is for nerds, and then Tammy's like, no, the problem was on my computer. Tammy's like, I thought it was Monday, but I looked at the paper and it's the 11th, which is like Wednesday. There you go. Tammy's doing the bluegill laughing. And then we have Fallen the Great in the house. Hey
Hi,
there.
Colin, how you doing? Sorry, I just took a dab. Excuse the red face and coughing, but
she's
hiya,
gonna be
hon, how
fun
you
for a
doing?
few minutes in a few minutes. And so Fallen's like, evening, ladies. And then here we go. Fallen says time travel fits in with God because God is omnipresent. See, that's why I think that's why I could see it being a possibility, you know.
I was going too deep in the weeds, I think.
And being too narrow.
Yeah, I was so busy going down the time travel potentialities that I didn't think about the fact that he's omnipotent. The being can do whatever the heck he wants, whenever the heck he wants. So if we make 80 different timelines, he can still work with it.
Yeah, he's like, please,
That's our we've got free will to choose him or not choose him.
Right.
But that also causes him problems if we do actually manage time travel. So we're causing him a lot of extra trouble.
See, and at the same time, hello, I'm still messing with things. At the same time, I still see him as going, entertain me. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, entertain me. I'm game for it. Because if we were to, but see, he already knows everything. So, but if he was to play me for a minute and be like asleep at the wheel and dumb, right? And miss the fact that he knows absolutely everything before it even happens and before we can think about it. And so for a moment, he has a brain fart, right? And something slips in there and he goes, please go ahead, entertain me. I'm not even going to look to see how this goes on because I just want to enjoy this with you until I'm done.
Yeah.
And then mosquito, he can end the behavior just like we do end a mosquito. So it's,
But it did, at the end of the day, the movie did make me feel a lot better because I am of the opinion that CERN has done some serious damage and we are not on the same timeline as we were when I was first born into the world.
Right. Well, we've all discussed, we remember shit.
The Mandela effect.
And that's you and Mighty and me and what the and the original cheese,
Yeah.
like all of us having the knowledge of something and then we look it up and it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
CERN
has definitely messed with stuff. So I guess God has already had to deal with it. I just never really thought of those two concepts together. And
you just thought of the time travel and not of the whole God issue.
Yeah. Well, I think partially because time travel hasn't for Joe Blow. It hasn't been proven to
Right.
exist as yet.
It's not known or mainstreamed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm certain CERN has messed with us more times than I care to think about. But yeah, unless we know what's happened.
I really liked the question at the beginning. If you could time travel, what would you do? Would you go back and invest money so that you become a millionaire? What
Yeah.
would you do? And while they're asking these questions, about what would you do, for yourself, I'm like, I would take away the thing that hurt my daughter.
Mhm.
I would have made it so that wouldn't have happened. Would that have affected a whole lot of people? I don't think so, but maybe it would have, because the trickle down effect is why I think she's
Yeah.
married to whom she's
It's the
married to.
ripples.
Because as I was talking with a particular individual today, and my nephew's in town, so there's a lot of passive aggressive trauma going on in a whole lot of lives all at one time.
Yeah.
And in the process of it, I think that the trauma that she went through is why she picked who she picked, thinking that she would be able to erase it, and all she did was dig her hole deeper.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's what we do. We think the moment that we make a good move or make a move that we're going to help to resolve our issue, but often we will dig the hole deeper. And
Yep.
So that's, it's like, holy crap. So there's now a whole wave that she's caused over there. And it's like, this is just the weirdest time. And the fact that there's, again, they come in threes, and the fact that there are three of us today in the last 24 hours having basically the same conversation, and I can see this similarities and the resemblance. I didn't say that word right either. all in each and every single one. And then I have someone that I love dearly with all of my heart, and want to take his pain from him. And he is able to break it down into the ABCDs so much better and so much clearer than I am. It's like, that's how I know what the next step is going to be.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa. But that's also how, when we got the three of us, things that come in three, I believe they're God sent. There's a message in this three. And two of them two of the people I'm having the conversation with don't believe in him because of the trauma that they've suffered. But because I've gone through so much of it, and in such a degree, it has brought me to have to lay it at his door so I could face it. And so anyway, it's not supposed to be going down that thing, but I'm just saying, this is the whole omnipresent, and that it was a fun movie. We'll have to watch it again, because God knows we'll forget it.
It was definitely a religious film. So it was like, I don't know, kind of had the feeling of like a B movie, or
just
I don't want to say Canada, but it did feel like a Canadian sort of a film.
Maybe that's it, because it was just above a B movie.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. It wasn't cheesy, but the acting definitely, it wasn't Hollywood.
It was
not
it
by
was
a long
not
shot.
It was not top folks. It's, hey, you know what? I have a good idea. It wasn't even at Chosen level. If you've seen Chosen, you know what that means.
No, it was nowhere near Chosen. But it was a good movie, and it was a great premise. I would never, ever, ever have thought about how time travel works with God.
Exactly.
It just wouldn't have been a thought. And
it makes you think.
It's a fun thought.
Yeah, it makes you think. And then, it's like, I think I'm bummed today. Oh, well, I'm going to think about this thought. Well, I'm not going to be bummed now. Oh, thank you. It was just a really good thing. And here it is, Captain Curran.
Hi,
if
Captain.
You're still
How you
in the
doing?
house. I tried. Okay,
Hi to the
I
wifey too.
I get it that you've got a migraine and you can't join. That's okay.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But you did point out that I had forgotten to post the stream. So anytime, because I
Oh,
miss
yeah.
you, honey, and I'm sorry that you have a migraine. But yeah, we sent the weather. I think it was a day or two ago that I was having a migraine because of the weather. It's
Yeah.
a thing. So sorry, we sent it your way. And then Tammy's like,
Just
Shini,
means
what
it's
are you
going further
drinking?
away from me.
I am drinking a it's caffeine. It's like a I got it from Costco. It's like a cappuccino drink. You can make it hot, you can make it cold, you can put it on ice, whatever. It's I've shared it before. I got it from Costco. I shouldn't be drinking it because it's got a whole bunch of sugar in it, but you know what I did? I put a whole lot of scoops in it too. So anyway, but yeah, it's really good stuff. It's really good. And then Tammy comes along and says, well, Captain, if you've got a migraine, you don't want to hear this, but here we go. Tammy comes along and says, Captain, howdy.
Oh, okay.
And then Captain's like, well, that's where he said he's struggling with the migraine and can't join. Is it your eyesight? Because I've got to say, see, I lurk. Okay. There are just, oh, you're so sweet. There are just times when, honestly, if your glasses aren't right, you're going to get migraines. And I know that I heard you saying that you don't think that it was earlier in the week because I was going up to the ranch to meet the guys. And it was early in the morning, I think. Anyway, whatever day it was, you were talking about your glasses and that, they're making you dizzy. I've never put on a pair of glasses that were the right prescription and got dizzy. I have put on other people's glasses and thought I was going to follow my ass, but they were far from my prescription. So the eyes, especially if you're still using those glasses, can give you a migraine also. So honey, you just be safe over there. And then Tammy's like, prayers, Cap. And Sammy's like, dang it, I'm late. You sure? I've been talking about you. Not really. Well, I asked about you earlier and to see if she had heard from you. And
I said I woke up to a note, to a message. Yeah.
I think that
really
that
like
was the extent of us talking about you today.
I really like Sammy has on his own discovered someone that I've been watching for a while, HD Tutor. I found him through Eric from America's Untold Stories, and he does the Friday Law Review. Oh, I can't even remember his name now. I'm so bad at that. But either which way, I met HD Tutor through him. But
you're not talking about Rob, are you?
No. There's the two dudes that do America's Untold Stories. But he also has the lawyers on Friday mornings to do the legal, like a roundup sort of thing.
Are you talking about, oh God, dang it.
Maybe?
Yeah, it's Laid Back News that he does. And geez, I just forgot his name. He lives in like Vegas. Okay.
I've watched him for years, and I cannot for the life of me pull up his name at the moment.
His name just left my brain cell.
Yeah, but either which way, he's done a few things with HD Tutor, and so I went over and checked out his channel. He's awesome. He is a narcissist. Like he's done all the testing and everything. He's a full-on narcissist. And
this is what has been starting our conversations in this thing of 3 that I was talking about earlier.
What is narcissism?
Okay. Keep going.
Well, he shows you how to handle a narcissist, how to recognize a narcissist, how to deal with them. He's done a few streams on it, but one of the ones that I saw that I really liked, he explained the difference between things like a narcissist and a psychopath and a sociopath, and there
Are
are
you
different.
going to tell me the moment that you can diagnose me which one I am?
Oh, I'm never going to diagnose anyone because my brain's
What?
too messed up.
Okay, you don't
I'm
have to
seeing everything
diagnose
through a
me.
slanted
You can
lens.
just say, excuse me, but you're starting to act like this so that I can go, I knew it, because Eric Huntley.
Eric
Huntley.
Huntley. Okay. So I was right about the
Is
first
it Huntley
name.
or Huntley or what?
Hunley.
Huntley.
Hunley. Hunley.
Okay, because I always say Huntley, and so, you know, I'm not very smart.
So
I'm
I
not
did pretty
very
good.
smart.
I actually got the right first name.
There you go. You
That's
were way
awesome
ahead
for
of me. But okay, so I've gone over and I've liked that individual. Okay.
Yeah. HD Tutor, if you've got any interest in how the mind works, and in particular how a narcissist works, he's amazing. He also does. I love to watch it. It's one of my guilty pleasures. I love reaction content, especially to reality TV. He reacts to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
Oh, Fook.
Yeah.
I'm going to love this guy.
Oh,
I'm going to
yeah.
totally love this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a question, because I haven't watched him, obviously. And it sounds like Sammy has just started
He's just
watching
discovered him. Yeah.
Okay. So you've got the longer time. So with this, and again, with the three of us who are having this conversation, look, the three of us does not include her. Two of them are dudes.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm not one of
She
the
is
three of
not
them.
a dude. So anyway, in the midst of this, a narcissist seems to be the beginning of our issues. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm like, yeah, but I also, and I don't know if it's, anyway, then it's also, in my humble opinion, also a passive aggressive behavior of the narcissist. So it's kind of like driving down a road and you know that you're going to the zoo. There's your narcissist. Okay.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden you start seeing street signs and you know that you need to take a particular exit. Okay. There's some passive aggressive behavior because you know what's about to come on, right? So survivors will often acknowledge, I've seen this behavior. Again, like I was telling you before the stream, that's why the last time that my ex, the original, and I had a really bad fallout.
Okay.
I had already been down that road for 7 years. Okay, so I already knew that we were going to the zoo. As soon as I saw the exit, I knew what else was coming. So you learn to look for that behavior and you go, I'm not going to fucking put up with it. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. And it takes the nice out of you and it makes you aggressive. My nephew is the sweetest person. Believe it or not, folks, I am also the sweetest person. You make me feel like you just pulled shit. I will go unglued. You don't believe me? Ask my nephew. If I pull some shit,
I'm just pouring a coffee. I'm here,
and
but I'm not.
he will go unglued. Believe me, ask me. Okay, so it's at a certain point we just get tired of it. We just get tired of it because we've seen the roadmap so many different times, and it's sad. So I'm amazed at. I really, okay. It didn't surprise me that that my brother came out a narcissist. The other one was they were both basically pampered by mommy, right? And it's just horrible. Okay, so they are strong believers that their entire world revolves, or not their entire world, because your entire world does revolve around you, but the entire world. Thank you for knowing what I meant, Diggs. That the entire world revolves around them. No, they think that the fact that we want to go to the store, even though they're not at our house, We're going to the store to purchase what they like, not what we like. And then if they do pop in, they have an attitude that we didn't get what they like. It's like, bitch, you don't pay my bills. Let's not ever misunderstand the fact that you don't pay my bills. You know you're coming to my house and you like something, bring it. Keep it in the ice chest in the car. If I have it, then I'll give it to you. If I don't have it, you'll have it, be able to say, it's okay, not a problem. I stopped and got some on my way here. Did you see? Stop being a fucking world jerk. See? I mean, there's kindness, and then there's so beyond self-absorbed, and stop making other people your victims because you're the asshole. The narcissist, I would love to see a whole bunch of them have to live on an island together. But, I picture there's levels of them, right?
Yeah.
There's like a whole bunch of level 10s and a whole bunch of level 9s and I want to see all the level 10s on one island, all the level 9s on an and then, don't tell them there's cameras in the coconuts.
Yeah.
I just want to see it. I can't
see what happens.
Yeah, I'm just, because I'm not right in the head. Have you met me? So anyway, yeah, Sammy, you can be late. What the hell was that all about? So anyway, because we had asked about where he was, and then
and I said he sent me a message because he's discovered HD Tutor. Yeah,
it's like, how did dang it, I'm late, get to that? We're not calling you Sammy. Well, maybe we are. No, we're not. Let me know if I am one. But we're not calling you a narcissist, honey.
No,
we're just not.
No.
And
he's it's really cool. This HD Tutor guy. He's very self-aware, and he's very informative. So it's refreshing to see someone who's so aware of themselves and their flaws and their good points. And the fact that he's able to use this thing like he was born with, right? And a narcissist personality is usually something you're born with.
Really? You don't learn it? I didn't know
you
that.
can learn it. It can be a learned behavior. It can be, but it is a mental condition, like being a sociopath or a psychopath, or it is a condition. But it's very interesting to see.
Most conditions got like a 3-inch belt, and it got knocked out of me. So. Yeah. When I hear conditions, I'm like, a belt cured a bunch of that when I was a kid.
Yes, well.
Apparently they don't like those anymore, right?
I've got 3 nieces and nephews. Like out of all of them, 3 of them were diagnosed with oppositional disorder. Which
what the fuck is that? And
is it? You know what it is? It's toddler. It's a toddler who's learning yes and no, right and wrong.
So it's just life, and the doctor giving them a diagnosis so they can give them meds. Yes. So that mommy and daddy don't have to deal with raising their kids.
Yeah.
Big boy, girl panties, folks. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Raise your kids. Get away from that.
My family's pretty good at that. My family, I don't think any of the 3 went on meds for it. I don't think any of them. Good. Because it's just being a child. It's part of learning about life.
Oh, but and special. I gave it a name.
It's very easy. It's how you talk to a child is similar in a lot of ways to how you talk to a narcissist.
Well, then the narcissist and this is why we do this. Because, see, I don't kiss ass. I don't. I'm done
it's
kissing
not kissing ass. It's learning how to, like, instead of going to my nieces and nephews, hey, what do you want to do today? Right? We go, would you rather do A or B?
And here's
or if you want them to do a chore and they're not doing the chore that you're asking them to do, would you rather do the chore or would you rather be punished and still have to do the chore after?
See, and here's
it's just pointing out the reality of what the options are. In a child, that's exactly what it is. They're learning. In a narcissist and an adult, it's a whole nother issue. But I love children, and I learned how to do that. So narcissist adults don't bother me as much.
And my child raising went like this: get in there and clean your room.
That's what my mom did. My mom ruled by fear and violence. Well, not violence, but
it wasn't violence. It was her room. And all I wanted to do was get her in there to clean her room. She didn't clean her room. We're staying home. Wait, what do you mean we're staying home? Well, you're bored and coming to me telling me you're bored. And I told you to clean your room 2 hours ago and you didn't do it. And well, I thought we were going to go down to SeaWorld today and you're screwed because now we're home until the room is clean. It's not going to be clean. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to sit and watch TV today. It was your choice. I just didn't need to tell you what I had planned because I have a job I have to go to every day. Nobody tells me other than the fact that it is required of me. Mm-hmm. So I'm not one to go on changing my behavior because you're not behaving. I look, have you met me? I'm not behaving either. But you know, the whole thing, if the kid can't behave, I don't need to let them know I'm going to give you an option to be in charge. And I don't need to let any human also know there's an option for you to be in charge. There's not an option for you to be in charge. There's you making your decision and me making my decision. And oh, wait, you know what? You just made my decision really easy. And my kid would come to me for the longest amount of time and say, I'm bored. And we wouldn't go do anything. And then she came and said, my room is clean. And I went, fuck. Because you know who didn't have plans?
Now we got to go do something.
I didn't have plans. So we got in the Bronco and we ran out to we had a whole bunch of the other girls with us. I think I had 6 girls. And I didn't ask anybody's parents, but the room was clean. So we all climbed into the Bronco and I took them out to the desert. They had such a good time, you know, and then we came back and it's like, see what happens when you clean your room?
Yeah.
You have fun. And then one day she didn't clean her room and one day I was over it. I wanted to go do what I wanted to do. And the message became, she didn't have to clean her room anymore, bitch. That room wasn't cleaned until the day she moved out. Okay. But you know what I discovered?
You know what I just discovered? Sorry. I didn't stop the stream when I said I was going to stop the stream. I forgot to go up and click. So if there's anyone left in my YouTube channel's chat, right now is the time. You need to hit the pinned link because in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm stopping my stream. So you'd better click that pinned link and head on over to
She
Jenny's.
threatened it earlier
there now.
too.
Okay.
Love
you. Thank you. Bye.
You threatened it earlier and forgot. Oh,
I forgot about it.
I didn't even know. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? That was cute.
Sorry.
So Tammy's like the orange heart and Fallen, howdy. And Sammy's like, I will not excuse the red face and cough in jail. He's like, just lock her up now. And Tammy's like, Sam, howdy. And then MJ's like, well, hello, Sam, because she won't do it.
I will do it when I want to do it, not on demand.
I think you do it so well. Okay.
I really love that movie.
and I think you do it so well. It's like, I don't want to hear me do it. I want to hear you do it. It's like, yeah, that brings me joy. I don't have a lot of happy joy in my life. I found one that brought me joy and she's like, I'm not doing it. I am not a trained puppy. I'm not doing it. And it's like, okay, well, you know, the narcissist in me will get over it. And she gets to behave the way she wants to. Sammy's like, hi, Tammy. And hi,
I thought
MJ.
you were going to say hiya tits. I don't know why, but that's...
What did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say hiya tits.
Hiya tits. No, I said hiya, Tammy.
I know, but in my head, I'm hearing tits, and I don't know why.
Tammy, deep down inside, Digger thinks tits when she sees
Not,
you,
not
apparently.
always. No, just for some
Oh
reason,
my God,
the way you
not
said
always.
Ahaya, I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe it's
Okay.
a movie line or something because I really
You-
did.
Wait, could it be Jesus tits?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Okay, because the way that the way that Tamara said hi to her all the time, it was more like, hiya, Jesus tits.
Oh, okay. Jesus jugs.
Jesus jugs. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then that's not it. Okay.
I'm sorry. That's a really funny nickname. And the fact that she decided to own it is amazing. I don't like the girl at all, but the fact that she decided to own the Jesus Jugs nickname was
What was she
brilliant.
going to do? It's all over.
No, I know, but a lot of
everywhere.
people will get all uppity and in a hissy fit and get their feelings hurt. But no, she just ran with it.
Well,
It's like
she
with
didn't.
you and the heifers, right?
She didn't for the first 5 or 10 years, though. This is the
Well,
thing. She didn't for the
we don't know
first
that
5
for
or
sure
10
because she
years.
wasn't on the
Oh,
show
no,
anymore.
no. I watched her on other things. She did not like it.
Oh, on other shows. Okay.
Yeah, no, she did not like it at all. She would fight against it. So when she came on here, now I hadn't heard from her in a couple of years, but when she came on here, apparently that's when she got her divorce. But when she came on here, on this one, and, here at the end, it was like, oh, so now she's going to embrace it because now she's back on the show.
Yeah.
But we also see that, embracing it didn't help her any. Hello, if you don't know, we do watch some of the funnest drama in Discord. Okay, and it's the
ridiculous.
housewives.
It's so drama laden. It's absolutely ridiculous. Right now we're on a housewives kick. So we finished the OC. We're up to date with the OC, and
we were just talking about them.
We're watching Housewives of Beverly Hills. But I mean, I love watching ridiculous reality TV. My guilty pleasure is watching other people react to it. So it's kind of fun when we're sitting in the thing watching it together because everyone's in side chat. And it's like we're making our own reaction video in the side chat.
We'll be quiet for a really long time, but then there will be that one thing that we've got to address.
What the fuck?
And she may be away from her computer, and I write something, or I may be away from mine and she writes something, but we come back and we know exactly what that comment's for.
Yeah.
Because we know. So just to let you know. Remember, chat is our purpose, but we have the ability to gab on.
Yeah. If you haven't noticed, we can shoot the shit really easily for long amounts of time.
You
guys just give us the topics and we go off.
That's it. You trigger our brain, even if it's not really the topic you intended, but it triggered something. Go ahead, trigger us. So anyway, Sammy's like, "Hiya, Tammy," and then he says, "I know I read this, but it's okay." Sammy says, "Hi to MJ, chat everybody, ha ha ha," and MJ is like, "Hello, Captain." That's why, because you were supposed to have done that one.
Right.
Sammy's like, "Be right back. Got to get something to drink."
Well, I'm sure she's gone and come back and drank it and is going for another one now.
And it's
27 minutes behind.
I need to say something, have something else. And Sammy's like, resemblance. God knows I can't talk right. Reminds me of ambulance. See now you getting why I can't talk. It's because my people is from the next state over. So okay, it's a couple of states,
Hi,
but
SH.
it's very close. SH is showing up saying chimbley instead of chimney.
So that's a thing.
I
ambulance, chimbley.
Well, ambulance in my family was very common, but they're from the boot in Missouri, in Arkansas. Okay. So
I thought that was just a meme.
No, a chest of drawers.
Chest or drawers?
I can't even say it right. Drawers. A chest of drawers that you wear.
Drawers.
It's not a chest.
It's a drawing
of drawers, right? So this is my people in a nutshell. Tammy comes along and says, "I can drink that stuff. Yeah, I ain't supposed to be doing it either, sweetheart. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me off. I dare you. Tell me off.
Because
Go
you
ahead.
shouldn't.
Do you know what? They ain't paying my bills, and when this shit stops me, it ain't gonna matter, is it?
There
You
you
see
go.
where I'm at right now. My nephew's here, so if I have a coronary, he's gonna walk in and find me, and the animals ain't gonna have time to eat me. So I have to act badly now. And Sammy's like, well, since time is just a position in space, from God's perspective, you're probably just moving around. I don't even.
It's positioned in space-time. Yeah, because he created space. He created time.
If we're jumping around in time, he probably just sees us as moving around.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of makes sense. Don't forget to hit mute, Bug.
Yes, I'll be right back.
Okay. Just want her to okay, she did. But yeah, no, it just, that's, you know, that makes sense, because again, to him, it's even so much faster than a thought that runs through our minds. So Captain's like, eyes are still adjusting to the new glasses. No, I'm afraid those new glasses is why you have a migraine. Eyes don't take long to adjust. They really don't. The brain does, but they don't make you dizzy. I'm still
here,
worried.
but I'm not on camera.
Okay. I'm still worried that those glasses, you need to go, like you said, to the doctor and say, hey, take a look at these, because either the doctor gave you the wrong prescription, or the store filled the wrong prescription and gave them to you. Sammy's like, Digger just messaged me to let me know you're streaming.
Yes, I did. I saw that I'm late, and I figured I better let you know that we're going.
You know,
So we're both a little late this morning.
You know, we're here. And then lady, hello, lady, how are
Hi,
you?
lady, how you doing?
And she's like, hey, Digger, just stopping by to hit the like and engage in chat. You know what's probably happened is you're probably already gone before we even got here.
Yeah, she's probably
And
already
then
gone, but I love her anyway. Thank you.
Cap says, Doc told me it would take weeks for my eyes to relax. Did you get a surgery or something?
Yes.
No, I know he had the one eye surgery, but these new glasses are a new thing. So
I thought he had both his eyes done.
Well, he was supposed to, but then he started having a heart problem and caused me all kinds of concern. And now I can't listen to the heart thing. I can't listen to other people's health issues. Okay. So I've been missing out on what's going on, but I got the eyeglass because I can handle seeing problems, right? Can't handle medical problems. Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue. So we'll have to find that out. Lady Autumn was here and said Hunley, Hunley. And Eric Hunley from Laid Back News. See, she was totally right there. We just slow as crumb. But you've met us. And MJ's like, migraine triggers dehydration, sugar, diet, stress, medication, spouse, children. Okay, you're right. Life in general can just wake up and go, I'm going to be a migraine today, because you know what? I'm special and I can do it. And you know what? It does. It really, life is life. Isn't it so much fun?
I love that you go through their migraine triggers or dehydration, sugar, diet, stress, spouse, kids.
It just goes on, right? Because migraine is all of those. I watch Antenna TV, in case I haven't told you guys. I totally watch Antenna TV because I think the old shows are way better than the new shows. So what do I watch is Bewitched, right? So Darwood's mother is always popping in. That K-U-N-T actually walks into the house unannounced often. And I never noticed that, but now I notice it, right? And so she catches shit happen that if she'd have been polite and let them know that she was coming, right? Yeah. You know, when she calls to say she's coming, she's just down the block. Okay. Other times she just pops in. They don't cover the times that we do know her and her husband are coming, but so anyway, it's a thing. Okay. But here's the thing. The mother, Darwood's mother, is constantly telling her husband, I'm coming down with a migraine. And it's like, yeah, it's just life in general. Things that your brain can't handle or that has been handling too much of. Yeah, it's a migraine. We don't, it's a migraine. SH is like,
me, it's
oh,
light and sound.
Well, no, that's how you know it's a migraine. The light and the sound together that make you ill, that means you have a migraine. That's not normally what causes you the migraine.
Well, that's my migraines tend to happen most often in the springtime because we go from winter dark to springtime.
And I'll
bright
bet you it's
sunshiny.
the allergens and the air pressure that does it to you, because it was a news guy, an old man that we had called Bob Dale. And here I had been overdosed already trying to cure my migraines. I was on a ton of meds, and then one day they just overly reacted. Well, I did have a beer, and then I flatlined, and then, you know, I'm still trying to get treatment for this after I survived that and the almost deadly case of chickenpox. They were in my kidneys and livers. I guess you only have one liver, so I guess I've been lying about that for years. Kidneys and liver. Anyway, so the whole thing is that a couple of years after that, I was watching the news, and Bob Dell, bless his old drunk ass. Yes, I knew he was drunk. Yes, he was the best person to run into at the Thrifty's grocery store. It wasn't really a grocery store, but they had a whole bunch of liquor, and he had a shopping cart full of it. He was drunk often, but you know what he did do is during a weather forecast one night, he said, and if you suffer from migraines, get ready. You're going to have it for about a week. And he explained that it was the dry and the air pressure or the moisture. And he went through this every time. And, you know, he could tell when a migraine was going to come on and hit me. And from then on, I'm like, you know what? These doctors, they tried to tell me it was hormonal. Never. The hormonal one was the one that just about killed me. But, and yet then he tells me technically it's my sinuses. And to get ahead of it, I took allergy sinus pills. Not that at that time I was allergic to anything I am now, but surprise, take them. If you don't have allergies, you will. Don't worry about it. So, but I didn't have a migraine. And then when it happened again, because there's always the front and the back of the storm, right? Yeah. When it happened again, I took them again, didn't have the migraine. And I went a couple of years without the migraines. It was so great. Then one day I got allergies, and well, you know, so anyway, and SH is like, oh, that's what I know his name from. A woman who I used to chat with showed me some of his videos. Well, here we all are. Go back over and sub up to him because he sounds good. And then SH is like HG Tutor. I mean, I remembered the fact that I remembered. I'm sure the rest of chat can remember too, because we both remembered what you were talking about. Look at us making like
once
we good.
In a while, it works.
And then Tammy's like, SH, howdy. And MJ is like, hello to SH. I'm no good at it. And SH is like, we're just doing the alphabets over here. Hi, MJ. And SH is like, Tammy, nice to see you again. And SH is like, Captain Kern, hey. And SH is like, Sammy, hello. Again, I suck at it. I got the howdies down pat, folks. SH is like, Digger and Shinny, hello, ladies. Hello. And Sammy's like, hey, SH. And SH is like, I started looking at HG Tutor because of an unauthorized, non-practicing, non-lawyer. What a concept. Yeah. You know? Are there a few of them around?
Yeah. You could almost say they're almost a dime a dozen.
Do you think it's that expensive?
But Eric Hunley, on the other hand, is not a lawyer.
But he surrounds himself and he asks the right questions to the lawyers.
Exactly.
You know, I like that. you know.
Mm.
I mean, I really do. And
And
then
he and Mark are just brilliant with the America's Untold Stories. They're so much fun. I'm pretty sure the dude's name is Mark. Again, I'm bad with names, but
well, I don't know. And the reason that I said Rob is because there was an Untold Stories that was going on, and up until the time that our beloved squirrel passed away,
oh, okay.
and Rob and him were doing, and Runkle were doing stories. And when before she'd passed away, she had mentioned the storytelling guy,
Hmm.
and then he abused something because she again saw the exit sign for the zoo and knew where that bus ride was going.
Hmm.
So luckily she was able to, when she saw the exit sign, she told both Rob and Runkle, and then when it, because they were probably like, oh, that's doing a lot of assumptions, and then before you knew it, it wasn't an assumption and it really happened.
Yeah.
And oh, so I've seen him around under a different name, and I'm sure it's not Rob, not Runkle, but the storytelling guy. I've seen
Yeah.
him around under another story. I may
Yeah.
even be subbed to
I
him for
know.
all
No,
I
I
know.
remember. I just can't for the life of me remember his name. He disappeared.
Yeah, well, he did, but he came in as something else. And
Oh,
when
did he?
I subbed up, I actually DM'd him and asked if it was still him.
Mm.
And he owned up and said yes. I had to make a decision, so I go back and forth on my resolve to that.
I
Um,
have no idea what happened. I just know that he disappeared. And that's all I want to know because I don't like drama in real life. I would
well,
rather I it's a guilty pleasure and even at that I need it third hand. I can't just watch the reality TV and enjoy. I prefer to watch someone else reacting to the reality
yeah, well,
TV.
sometimes
I
it's just
need that barricade and it does bite me in the ass sometimes because I don't know nothing and every now and again I walk smack dab into it, but I'd rather
smack
that than
dab.
know
She
everything.
doesn't lie
Like,
about it. She walks smack dab into it, apparently.
yeah. Um,
That's you don't wait a minute. I did this to my brother. I think I told you about it, right? That sliding glass story you got back there. She walks right into it. My brother, he actually walked right through it, and it was my fault because I closed it. But she walks right into it. I'm sorry. I
I've got
just
two brothers, both younger brothers, who managed at different times and at different ages to be so focused on something else that they walked smack dab. The ones walked into a mailbox, the big metal
uh-huh.
mailboxes. Before they were painted all pretty pictures so that it blends in, they used to be just big red boxes.
Or white boxes,
Yeah,
just
well,
so that the truck.
Canada, red.
Well, Canada, they have to be red. That makes sense. I got it.
But
Okay. I'm
but
sorry.
yeah, so one walked smacked into that, and he was young enough that it really was like just a little bit, maybe a foot and a half taller than him. And he
Oh,
went just, and then the other one was a teenager walking home from school, so engrossed in the book he was reading, he walked right into a telephone pole. And the only reason we know about it is because my stepdad, his dad, was driving down the street, saw him, and was just pulling over to offer him a ride when he did it.
when he
And
went
he just walked.
down.
Well, no, he just ran right into the post and then stepped back. Apparently, it was kind of dazed. So my stepdad did and got him.
That is too funny. I mean, it,
It happens.
have I walked into things? I'm quite sure I have.
I've walked through 2 sliding glass door screens. 2 of them.
Okay. See, no.
There's a reason I've got a magnet. I've got 2 dragonflies held together, one on either side of the screen with magnets. And it's right here. So
Oh my God.
I cannot not see it. So I know that the screen is closed.
Oh my God, guys. I
I have
do
a really
the
bad
world's
problem with walking
biggest
through the
klutz.
screens.
I really do know the world's biggest klutz. She keeps telling me she's the world's biggest klutz.
I
And
really
I don't know why. I want to prove her a liar, but repeatedly she comes back and
I
proves to
prove
me I'm not. I'm so trying. I want you all to know I am so trying to call her a liar. I'm trying to not call her one, but prove that she is one. And so far,
No,
she
I'm
is
that klutzy. And
so
yet
telling
I
me.
have lived here for like a decade or more than a decade now. And that is like the staircase of death. And I have managed to save myself from making the full fall all the way down so many times. I am
Okay.
so lucky.
I know that I shouldn't say this, but I have fallen up the stairs.
Oh, so have I.
And you know, the number of people who don't own up to that, I was in high school when that started. Okay. And much like your brother, I would be reading a book to do it, to do the fall of embarrassment. And it's really worse when you're wearing a skirt that blows around and then you're like, I don't care. I wore my PE shorts underneath. But those were like boys boxers back in the day, you
Yeah.
know? So yeah, I'm just saying, I'm trying to prove you wrong and you need to stop proving yourself right. I am so needing you to stop that.
Yeah.
I just can't help you.
I have in this place, I have managed to accidentally whack one elbow. How did it happen? I'm pretty sure I hit this elbow on the corner of the doorway. There's no door, right? So it's just the sheetrock corner.
Right?
So I smacked one funny bone and hurt, and I swung around. Oh, that hurt so bad. But as I swung around, I got the other funny bone on the other side. You can see the stripe of it where I've got the pinup girl. Yeah. So I went one side and then the other side, and then all of a sudden both funny bones are just burning, and yeah.
We're just
am
gonna say when
I'm cute, and it covers for a lot.
she uses that excuse a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say, you guys, every time I try and prove that she's wrong about her being a klutz, remind me how wrong I'm going to be proven. But in the meantime, I am going to say, while she was talking and I was listening to her, I found what I was looking for last night. Okay, because why would I find it to begin with?
Well.
So, you know, we're just saying. So here it is.
Oh.
See, it's tied around his head.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
You know, I look at he's sweating like crazy. It's a good hand-eye quick, and you don't have to go this hard at it. See how he's doing it at the beginning?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about like a speedball or a speed bag sort of thing.
No, and that's
speedball. That's a whole nother thing.
That's why, right? That'll knock your ass out, girlfriend. I'm not going to ask you to do that. This, you know, he starts it off small. And you never have to get harder because you're the one who's in control of how far it goes and whether or not it comes back. Because it kind of hangs out around here. I'm
sure that's wonderful for some people, but no, there's no way I wouldn't end up with a black eye or something.
But then it'd be
it's just
something
not possible.
You could share.
Punch it, it comes back and gets me in the throat. Or
how many people would pay to watch her give that a try? Could she make?
Thank you.
Would y'all buy a coffee or 10 or 20 to watch her do that?
I'm sure people would love to pay money to watch me do things in which we are all pretty much guaranteed I will hurt myself.
That would not hurt you.
I don't want to be jackass, you know. I really don't.
No, I would never let you be him either. But that would just be a good workout. And I think you could learn to do it. It's kind of like ping pong, but faster.
I'm
that
good.
make sense?
I like walking.
She's like, no, I'm not going to do it. Just shut up, woman. Move on. So we're over there with the whole HG tutor, TUDOR. We're making sure. And SH is like odd. And we are so far behind that
I know we stopped and
hey,
they love
Sammy,
the
if your
word no
brother
when they
comes,
learn it.
if
Yes.
your brother comes running in the house or in your room and says, hey, it's because he's timing us. Just let me know when he gets in there. SH is like, they love the word no when they
30.
learn it. Well, because they say it. They say it. Kids are supposed to be little shits. It's part of the process. Exactly. And
Yeah.
then you beat the shit out of them and they're not little shits anymore.
Well,
I
ideally,
just had to say
not
that. Fallen was thinking something and then said
No,
B.
did
So
we
I
not
had
say
said
A or
A,
B?
B, C, and then D, but I think that B and D were the same. So it was a little mix of both, if I recall correctly.
Oh, okay.
I think B was a little mix of both because we'd have to go back and listen. And you know
That's
how
okay.
many
You know
years
what?
ago that was?
We're exactly 31 minutes behind. And so at 2:49 in the chat time, they'll probably be telling us what it is we had given the
There
option.
you go. What our options
So
were.
we'll be good.
So there you go. We'll be back, but just remember, Fallen took the B option.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sammy's like, hey, Digger, nerd.
No, he's laughing at me.
He actually said hot, not hey. And then Fallen's like, my mom was all about the violence and mental manipulation. She is better now. Well, when you raise kids, sometimes you have to have some of that because look, okay, my kid, here's the thing, okay, JoJo was in high school, and one of the classes she had to do a story about the person that she most admired. And she was one of those people. She did not like to do homework. And you know what? I was one of those busy ass moms who were like, I am done trying to just convince you to do life. Okay. You will be held back for the rest of your life. And me just sitting there going, it's your problem, not mine. Right. If you don't do it. So I'm at work. She comes home. She is watching. Who is that model who had a talk show? The tall, skinny black chick.
Oh, Tyra Banks.
Yeah, of course she was skinny. She was a friggin' model. What? How repetitive did I have to be there? Right. So anyway, Tyra had a thing, and she had a gal that was on there, and she was whining. She was anorexic. Didn't want to eat. Was very close to death, and was still whining about life. And my daughter was like, "I want to kick your ass." My daughter got pissed. And she's like, you know what? Your mama needed to whoop your butt. And basically my daughter was like, you should not, that was bad behavior as a child. You should not have gotten oh, okay. That's why mom did that. And oh no, that's why. That's why my mom did that. Oh, and all of a sudden she looked at this thing and went, if my mama hadn't handled me the way, that could have been me.
Yeah.
And before I got home from work, she had her entire report written out. Did she share it with me? Oh, hell no. Why would she do that? Right? Mm-hmm. So she turns it into work or into her class, into her teacher. And here's the thing. He was becoming a new dad. His wife was pregnant. And so now she has turned in this report and he is reading it. And it was, my mother was strict. My father was absent. My mother was my mother and my father. My dad was here, but he was a drug addict. But I have now learned, because I was watching this Tyra Banks thing about this girl, and I have now learned I am happy as shit. My mother raised me the way she did. Because see, when she was really young, I used to spank her. And then at a certain point, it was like, look, she understands now and it's done. Mm-hmm. And I never beat her, but to avoid beating her, I used in my head, this is a beating. So I never beat her.
See, my mom beat us. It was very regular that we had wooden spoons broken across our butts.
Oh, it was common for my legs to be bleeding. So
yeah,
I get
my mom used the belts. She used the belt end, the buckle end of the belts. She used it on me once, and she used it on my brother twice. And that was pretty cool because she and I did not get along. I came out all wrong. I came out all sorts of wrong, including the fact that I was supposed to be a boy. So,
Right. And see,
like, I fucked it up right from the get-go. I
that
gave
was
her
me.
brutal birth and everything. It was, yeah. But it only took me one belt buckle and I learned. But my mom, my
Do you
brother
see?
was dumb enough. It took him twice. But
see,
she
and
had
that
a
was
voice.
that was exactly what my daughter's report was about. Is even though she didn't get the beatings like we did, okay?
Yeah.
What she got was the discipline directive. And then she could handle that how it was, okay? And she's like, I am so glad that my mama and wrote this whole, I think it was like 6 pages, and gave examples of what this gal said and what she had done and what my response was to it and the whole thing. She had CPS called on me because she wanted to go live with her 2nd grade teacher. Okay. So she had learned all kinds of trade secrets from one of the other girls who were living with the teacher on what to say.
How many girls were living with this teacher?
There was one girl living with the teacher, but a whole bunch of girls thought if we say this, we could go live with the teacher too.
Okay.
Because don't you love your teachers when you're in school? Of course you do.
No, I did not.
Oh, well, they all loved her. And so all of a sudden there was this mass reporting of child abuse because this one girl got to be fostered by the teacher. No, you should not be able to foster a child at your school because you caused a mass problem. And I almost killed myself, a CPS worker. So, there is reasons why I say, oh no, we don't play those games. But she even had that in there, and the fact that she had lied and why she had lied. She had everything in this report years later, right?
Yeah.
And was so, because I didn't want my daughter in my house. I was so angry. I sent her to go stay with her dad. Say, oh no! I was going to hurt myself, a child. If she's going to have something to report then, but I didn't want her in my house. She was over there for a week, maybe 2. I can't remember. I was just livid, but yeah, this is there's a thing when we have children, and then all of a sudden it's like now you deal with it on your own self. The girls asked me, here was the thing. The girls asked me when they turned 23 and 22. Mm-hmm. Kathy turned 23. JoJo turned 22. There's a week difference between the two. I could hear before that when they were on a date and the car pulled down the street, I would wake up and they would come in the house. I'd be asleep and tell them. Or they could move around in the house and I would be able to wake up and say, what's going on? Mm-hmm. Right? And then all of a sudden they turned 23 and 22. And that was out. I had years worth of sleep to catch my ass up on. And it was like, you don't hear us come in anymore. And we're like really noisy because you've trained us. It doesn't make a difference. And I'm like, no, because you know what? Y'all know the rules. Y'all are going to pay the price. If y'all screw things up, you ain't going to call me from jail. Because I already had her daddy taught not to call me. He walked those 20 miles. And then the last few, his friends saw him and picked him up off of the road and brought him home. He didn't call me. Okay. So it's like you learn. And this is why. So I was better now. I didn't have to do with it. And so there's a reason, Fallen, that it's not all, I understand. I think a whole bunch of us here were all about the parental violence, but I think we raised our kids at a different level. I really do. Those of us who could. SH is like, they have the choice to this or that. The choice is theirs. You don't do things to them. They choose the consequences. Do you see? And that was the lesson in my house. And MJ is like, antidote for Ritalin, riddle out. Do you see? And I would never, I would never, MJ, be able to put my kids on that. Sammy's like, my dad once threatened to drop me off in the ghetto. Oh, bitch, please. It wasn't my kid that I promised that one to. It was my friend's child. I'll get, see, chat should not do this. Sammy drove us right through there and was going to shove me out the car. Okay, so here's the thing. How many times have I advised y'all that I am from the hood? Okay. But I didn't want to raise my kids in the hood. So I moved them out to the rural country. Well, one of my kids and my best friend, who really should have been my husband, because he's the only one that met the entire family of mine, and was like, whoa, she undersold this shit. But the thing is his daughter had some problems. Okay. So I think I told you about the kid that I had stay the night, and I accidentally turned around with a knife in my head and said, yes, you're staying the night. Now, let me share with you, I don't like kids. So you're going to be very well behaved. I didn't realize I was holding a knife. I had been cutting vegetables before they came in and asked me about it. You see, and you're muted. So anyway, I had been doing this. And because you know how you talk, like, well, but I was holding something, so it was like this.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize, oh, that kid was so great. Her parents were like, what the hell? You know, when I'm like, raving reviews. No, it wasn't the typical her. Well, the mom was in the Navy and she went off, and then I always stepped in and doing the kid things, and then he stepped in and doing the dad kid things, right? So what happened is she mouthed off to me one day like she was going to go hood on me. And I'm like, bitch, please get in the fucking car. and boom, you know, my deeper voice, my real voice, my I'm done voice came out.
My mom had one of those voices, and she could turn it on and off like a switch.
Well,
and my God, if she would say, if you don't do whatever by the count of 3, and she never got finished saying 1 and nearing starting the word 2. And my brother and I were already doing it because we knew what happened when 3 came around, and it was not good.
Well, see, with me, she had flipped my switch, right? Mm-hmm. So now we getting in the fucking car, bitch. You don't fucking understand. I will, and I gave her the street address that I was going to drop her ass off at, and not pick her up until the next day. She looked at me, and I'm like, no, don't. Fuck you
for a coffee.
Fuck you. Got her in the car, drove the 2 girls. I mean, JoJo is like, you don't know my mama. You don't know my mama. I drove this child over to a neighborhood. She ain't never seen so many scary things in her life. She refused to get out the car. And I said, you ever fucking treat me like that again, you won't have an opportunity. I will have your ass tied up. I will untie you when I kick you out of the car. And I will pick you up in the same place the next day if you fucking live.
See, my parents were the opposite. They worked all the time. Dad took care of my extracurriculars, and Mom took care of my brother's extracurriculars. But other than that, it was basically silence. They didn't like each other, but they didn't fight. There was no fights. My mom told my dad everything he needed to know through Post-it notes. There was always Post-it notes all over the house. My mom
would just recycle the Post-it notes that would have said, you need to go beat Sheni.
Oh, see, no, there wasn't a whole lot of beating. Mom stopped hitting us after we stopped being toddlers.
Oh, no, my mom tried.
By the time we were in grade 1, we were not taking beatings like very often at all. Like but then we didn't see them. They were always working. We were lower middle class, and so they both had to work. As soon as we were both in school all day, they both had to work. And my brother and I were latchkey kids, and we raised ourselves by the TV. And thank God there was still morals being taught in TV in the 80s and 90s, or we would have been hooped. But we grew up on wholesome stuff like Fresh Prince. Well, no, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was later, but you know, we got the Growing Pains and Family Ties, and you know, Roseanne. Roseanne. I think my brother and I, we ended up as
Was
good as we did
awesome.
because of Roseanne.
Exactly. And you know what? For
Yeah.
her to get dumped on just pisses me off. But
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I think she was excellent. She helped to support parents like me that were
Mhm.
like, see, I'm not doing it wrong.
Mhm.
I'm not doing it wrong. So yeah. Well, I'm just saying this child all of a sudden found out, you know what? When Sheni says she's ghetto, that bitch is serious. You know, because and you want to know why I can carry stuff in my girls? It's because I'm from places that you don't want to go visit. And then wait a minute. Sammy's like, my dad once threatened. I already said that. Okay.
Yeah.
So Sammy's like, I'm not sure what the lesson was. Well, that what apparently kind of like what I did to my daughter, my when she was like 3 or 4 years old in the grocery store, and she wasn't behaving and she was going off on her own. I played hide and go seek. I left her ass. she learned, she kind of like the dog doesn't go far from me, right? There's a reason for this. So yeah, it's like sometimes, and y'all don't realize there's a lesson, but a behavior you did triggered that light switch, and there it was. So ladies like, hi, Fallen. And well, that was God. Fallen's been there for at that point already a good 30 minutes. Look at
40
us.
minutes. We're getting further behind.
Like, I think it was South Park that had a good episode on kids diagnosed with ADHD.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would have been. SH is like, I didn't have to clean my room because my mom didn't clean her room or the rest of the house either. Oh, Lord.
There you go.
No, you'd have to understand. My mother white glove tested me on a daily basis. After 3 or 4 months of me not living in her house, I went to go visit her. There was mold and mildew growing on shit on the cabinets. She had her little white slave girl in her house so that she could beat that little white slave girl. The moment the little white slave girl was not there, she could live in her filth. So just saying, it was a rude awakening to me when I went, oh, I get it. Now I do know. I learned what my space was in that. Sammy's like, unfortunately, they got that ADHD diagnosis correct with me.
See, know? And I found in grade 12, kids were doing other kids' Ritalin pills. And I tried it, and it was the first time in my life that I felt like I was capable, like I was able to get up and do a whole day. Yeah, be able to get up out of bed, have the mental ability to function for an entire day, and it was like I was a normal person for the first time ever. But they will never prescribe that for fibro.
I've never taken it.
You know?
I'd like to find out what the ride would be, but at the same time, you know what? I am, and I've done it for 60 something years. And you know, if suddenly they handed me something that cured me from me, would I really be me anymore?
Yeah, I didn't do it for very long. I mean, we were all in grade 12, so you can only, you know, we all graduated and went away. You're gonna buy it off of, right?
Right, exactly.
But it was amazing that I could function. It was the best I ever had in the ability to get up out of bed with energy and the mental acuity to do stuff.
Have you ever told your doctor that story? Probably not.
No, I've never thought about it.
You might want to consider that.
She's just a pill pusher. Well,
then she could push that. She could.
I don't know if I want to take it now.
Well, you might want to
try. I'm trying to get myself
4 days
off stuff. Not.
Oh, I'm like, you might want to try 4 days of it and see how it works. You know, or take one every other day. See how it makes you feel.
Or it might trigger because the Ritalin, when I couldn't get it anymore, I found speed and meth.
Oh, we don't know.
So it may just trigger.
Don't tell your doctor shit.
So that's why I'm like, I'm thinking. Yeah, no, there's a reason why I didn't tell anyone or tell the doctor specifically. Yeah, I don't want to go there.
she knows what her gateway.
It's been a very long time since I did any of those things. Very long time.
Yeah,
February will be 13 years.
Yeah, we don't want to have to do that. Tammy
yeah.
comes along. No, MJ comes along and says, it's how they treated ADHD 100 years ago. Yep.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I may not be quite 100 years old, but that is how they treated it when I
Well,
had
and I
it.
don't think there was near as much ADD and ADHD and autism and stuff. I have seen a lot of different research that is linking those sorts
To
of
the foods.
problems.
We have to be careful, but yeah.
Yeah, to something that is in a special juice that kids get when they're young. And
Well, see,
allegedly, if you put something that uses male DNA as the basis, but you give it to a female or vice versa, that's what's been upping all the rates of it.
well, Robert Kennedy has dialed in on something that, again, years ago, it was like 1 in 1,000 kids would be diagnosed with it. They still had it, but 1 in
Yeah.
it was still a thing. Okay. But
Mhm.
1 in 1,000 kids had it, to where now it's 3 out of every 5 kids. And it has been, according to him, linked to something particular that he is saying as soon as he gets in there, he is going to take that off the market.
Yeah, I'm
Whatever it
going to
is.
be very interested to see what this Trump
It's
is
going
going
to
to be.
be really interesting to see what kind of popcorn friggin' starts popping and what the flavor's going to be like when it's all done,
Well, and
right?
everyone keeps forgetting that he's only got 4 years.
That's it.
Who
He's got to
goes
train
in
up the
next?
next one.
You should be finding your next guy now so that you
And
can
he
get
may
him
be.
prepped and ready and running.
He
I
may
highly
be.
doubt it's JD. I highly doubt. I think
Yeah, I
he's a
don't know who it
sneaky,
is.
slithery little snaky snake.
Right. I
Sorry.
don't know who it is,
In my opinion, I'm sorry.
but for all we know, that Trump may already be doing that. We have to slide through some of these really quick. Y'all have been
we
giving
gotta
us
go
some
through
great
because we keep chitty
topics.
chatting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they've been giving us some really great topics, though. You've been triggering us very well. Tammy's like bluegill laughing. If she actually saw me shed, say that. She'd say that. I'm not sure what, but okay. And then Sammy's like, oh no, laughing my ass off. We don't know at what. And then Tammy's like, Sheni and Digger, how often do you watch in Discord? Like daily, nightly, couple of times.
If you see if you ever see that there's someone in the truck bed, there's TV on.
If there's if it says if there's a little thing next to my name, it means that we're watching TV. We're not talking during that.
Yeah.
We need to start going down into the private area when we're just chit-chatting, but we're chit-chatting too, using the time sometimes.
Watch whatever TV, and then there's a side chat just like
there's
this.
a side chat, right?
Yeah. So we chat just like you guys are doing right now.
Yeah, you just have to open it up. In Discord, it doesn't auto open. There's a little thing, but in but it's what we call side chat. It's the same thing. So there we go. And then Sammy's like, Kino reminded me of a Tommy Wiseau show, and it absolutely horrible. It's like an endurance challenge.
Was
that last night or today's?
Was that awful? Was that awful movie? The really, really bad movie. The movie's so bad that someone made a documentary about making that bad movie that was better than the movie itself. I think so. I think so. Tommy Wiseau. Oh,
that's a bad friggin' movie.
Man, it's not like a cult classic like Rocky Horror or something. It's bad. Yes. I think yes. That's yes. Oh my goodness. That was such a horrible movie. He wrote it, he directed it, and he was the lead character, and he cannot act to save his soul. It's Sammy's next comment. It's bad. It's really bad. Oh, that's why.
Chesterosaurus.
It's a Chesterder's.
Chester-ders. She said it good. Chester-ders. Oh, the Chester-ders statement. Yeah. I swear to goodness. You and my grandmamas must have really known each other. Tried to keep my kids away from her, actually, but must have really. Tammy's like, no, I'm allergic, but you enjoy. Oh, yeah, no. There's no fakeness in there. But if it had fake sugar, I would. This is the problem with me with fake sugars. I get aggressive. Be aggressive. I'm just saying.
Aggressive. Yeah.
That would be me in a nutshell. Sammy's like, when you want to meet up somewhere with the person, it's where and when. Time make brain fizzle. Oh, could you imagine in a time thing making an appointment to be with somebody whenever and however and wherever and oh my God. Sammy, if I'm wrong about how I just took that because we're so far behind and we keep coming back to these topics, but that just made me think on the whole time machine thingy. Holy crap. That's what the O's did to me was the time machine and looking and time make brain fizzle. Yeah, that would. And Tammy's like, lady, howdy. And Sammy's like, can Captain shoot lasers from his eyes now? Don't know, but we do know cool. Tammy loves Bewitched. And Sammy's like, late 80s to 90s TV was really solid. Well, and
early
it was before
80s
that.
Was pretty awesome too.
And it was before that because again, we had some really fun shit. I mean, I enjoy Father Knows Best, Dennis the Menace. You know who is really the problem in Dennis the Menace? It was Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson caused his own friggin' problems. Dennis didn't cause them.
I knew that from the comic book.
Extremely honest, and I never read the comic books. Dennis was extremely honest, and you know who was foul-minded was Mr. Wilson, and he would cause his own crap. So, but there was Leave It to Beaver. There was just a whole lot. So it was previous to the 80s or 90s. Well, no, previous the 90s and before that TV was still solid, and then it went to shit. Sammy's like, my go-to for headaches and migraines is BC or Goodies. I love the stuff. I don't know what BC is or Goodies.
I don't know. I have no idea. Hi, Mr. B. How you doing? Hopefully you're still here 40 minutes later.
Mr. Beat showed up and said, howdy. And then, we're like, hey, baby, sorry. We were talking about you. We were like trying to remember if it was you or Hobo who said something last night. Don't ask me what the statement was.
Goodness, now I can't remember.
But it was a good statement. And I can't remember what it was. It was before the thing. So we were talking about you guys because we didn't know which of the two.
40 minutes ago.
So
we definitely don't remember now.
Longer. Sammy's like, hey there, Mr. Beat. Mr. Beat's like, hey now, Sammy. And Sammy's like, used to never have allergies, got older, and now pollen season sucks. Yep, it does. And you know what? Tree allergies. They mess with you in the morning at a certain time, then they mess with you in the evening at a certain time because the tree is going through the same thing both times of the day. It really sucks.
From the cottonwood tree, all the cotton fluff balls that float in waves.
Well, trees in themselves.
No, I know, but that's what gets me is the cottonwoods.
Oh,
yeah. I'm fine living and breathing with them, but as soon as the cotton touches me, I start to get. I react a lot like I do to wool. It's just weird. It
doesn't matter if it's the pine, if it's the oak, if it's the mulberry, it's all of them get to me. So it is just in general. It was a client who said, then it is, start noticing this with where you live and where you go camping or whatever. Well, in camping, it's the desert. But if I go up, when I have the trailer, if I would go up, then I was primarily in pine. So it was easy to isolate them. And friggin' tree pollen. So Tammy comes along and says, oh, yeah, I'm drinking orange juice and Schweppes ginger ale.
Good, because Canada Dry It came out a couple of years ago that Canada Dry ginger ale is not made with real ginger ale, even though it says 100% real ginger ale. So there was a big thing, and I have no idea if they changed it or not, but it's still on the market. So
Oh, that pisses me off. See,
that
that's
being
bullcrap.
said, it worked as ginger ale. It always settles my stomach, Canada Dry. So
That, well, you know, I mean, true, that makes sense. MJ's like, when I have a migraine coming on, my vision goes to crap about 30 minutes before the headache. See, it's you see how it is, because it is one of the warning signs. My first migraine, I was almost blind, couldn't shave, scared, no clue what was going on. I am so sorry, honey, because look, I was a little girl on Christmas Eve when I had my first migraine. And that was scary. I would hate to be an adult with all of that going on. Sammy's like, I still need to show you my dragonfly lamp. Don't
I'll
show me that. I will
don't
take
walk
it.
through the screen dragonfly too.
I
We could trade
will.
dragonfly pics.
I want the lamp. I love dragonfly. Just saying. Let me see. There's one right there. You can't see it. You know what I can't do is, you know what I can do? There's one
You
right
could do
there.
that, yeah.
Do you see?
Mhm.
That was a tour that y'all didn't sign up for. And then Sammy's like, perfect, Digger. Laughed my butt off. But again, how many hours ago was that?
No, he's
You
talking
know?
about, I read the next one. He's talking about the ball.
Don't full on slug the ball.
Well, I was thinking before I saw the video, like when she was telling me about it last night, the way she was doing it, it looked like it was to be treated like a speed bag, right? Yeah. But I'm thinking if it's attached to my forehead and I'm doing that, you know I'm going to miss and it's going to go.
No.
It's going to happen.
I wouldn't have anybody do that. And SH is like, oh yeah, we communicated through notes for years.
Yeah, post-it notes over everything. My house was silent. That's the thing that I remember. My house was quiet, other than the TV, which was that was always on, so you just get used to it. My house was quiet.
I was a quiet child.
They didn't speak much.
The house was loud, but I was a quiet child. Can you believe
my
that?
parents didn't speak. They really didn't. It was post-it notes, and Dad didn't even leave notes because he didn't have to. Mom just told him what he had to do, and he did it.
He's like, okay, I'm not arguing this one. I'm going for it. No, my parents, they argued. Again, if my mom didn't like what my dad said when my dad was taking a bath, she'd just pour the boiling hot water over him. It was, straighten his ass out. I don't like his behavior. My passive aggressive bullshit is going to get him in line with what I want to say, and he's not going to give me a hard fucking time anymore. He's going to learn to behave the way I want him to behave. And you know what? No. So anyway, coming along, Cynthia's like, Sheni, I just tuned in. I was wondering where you were, girlfriend, because we talked about you before the stream. We talked about y'all today. And you know what? It was all out of love. There was no anything. But
most of us trying to remember what we were talking about yesterday.
And we do that. But here's what we were talking about you about is because we have you during game night.
You're always playing with us.
In chat to prove to everybody, and Mr. Beat, we love the fact that you
showed up. Was cool that you came and played. That was really fun.
And we really appreciate it. And so now that we have a couple of you, Cynthia, we're going to leave you in chat, but I want to know if you want to, like the last 15 minutes of the game night, if you want to come onto stream so that when we do say goodbye to everybody, you too can say goodbye to everybody. Because we don't just want to leave you there. Hell, we keep leaving and not saying goodbye specifically to you because, you're over in chat, but that we're thinking goodbye anyway. But it was like, we need to bring her on so she too can also say. So you think about it, and then, we'll go from there. Just like the last, we got the first 15 minutes with Digger on her stream thing here, and then we can do the last 15 minutes with you in the game thing. So that you too can tell everybody night, because again, your support in chat is huge. It's huge. And the more people go, oh, wait a minute, that player's not she ain't on the screen. The more that people see that, the more they go, I can do that.
We can all do that. Yeah, exactly. And the more people that play, some of those games get really cutthroat. They're really, or not cutthroats. They're cutthroat the way we're playing them now. But you have
They
to
just
work
become more
together.
fun.
You have to work together to screw over the right people in that side piles game. Oh man, I would love to play. Sammy, if you ever tried to play side piles, I think you'd be really good at it.
I think we missed our chance on that one. I would
Yeah.
love, don't get me wrong. I
Well,
would
he can
love
play
to.
from chat like Cynthia, like Mistavit. He can do it too.
Yeah, but he said he doesn't like these kind of games. Remember,
I
that's
know.
when he
I
used to
know.
come and just hang out and play his games and just be there for
Hang out.
voice to like
Yeah.
say, Sheni, phrasing.
I'm just saying that if he did play side piles, he'd probably be pretty good at it.
He'd be good, and I think he'd have fun kicking our asses. And he'd give Cynthia a run for her money because she's there more competitive than we are, and that's just how it goes. So thank you for the thing on the shirt, Cynthia. But just know we're thinking about you and needed your 2 cents on that. And Sammy comes along and says, "It'll be a while, Cynthia."
Shush, Sammy. Shush.
And
That was
Cynthia's,
only 20 minutes ago. We're catching up again.
I'm making progress. Cynthia's like, "Hey, Sam." And Sam's like, back, did a quick reboot. We didn't know you were gone, but you knew that. And Sammy's like, JD is a snake. He's an Ewok.
Oh, I don't know. I like Ewoks. I don't trust JD as far as I can even just, I don't trust him at all.
JD is not a snake.
Not at all.
I'm going to fix that. The word there was not. So
He's
Sammy
an
was
Ewok.
saying
I
JD
like
is
Ewoks.
not a snake. He's an Ewok.
I think you're disparaging the Ewoks as a people. There's no way he would be an Ewok. They're too good for him.
We've got a debate of simple loved ones here. Would you two stop it? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mute. I'm sorry. You just heard me yell at the neighbor dog.
Oh, okay.
Who's trying to call me outside because the neighbor dog, when the neighbor dog heard me out in the backyard today, because I'm with my nephew here, I'm going around to go into my office, right? As soon as the dog heard that I was out there, I heard that dog tripping over its old 2 legs, trying to stand up in a hurry to be able to, it was cussing herself out because the legs weren't working as fast as they wanted to, so that she could hit that wall and talk to me. And so once I realized what she was doing, it's like, okay, I'm coming. And did it. It was talking to her, and she was just so happy to see me. And then her sister comes up, and I was talking to both of them, and I had to tell them, don't be messing with the kitty. The kitty lives here because they like to give the kitty a hard time because they don't understand why the kitty gets my attention, and they're not my dogs. So, but I'm apparently a leader of a pack somehow or another. I'm a leader of something. So, one of these days I'll stream into the Discord. That will make me happy. I miss your voice. I miss just having you right there. And the whole thing is the 3 of us are definitely, and your brother.
We could do garlic phone games in the Discord voice chat.
We can do all kinds of things, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of fun things that you can do in Discord.
And you can't clip us there. Please do not. That's not allowed.
It is possible for people to do those things. So be aware of people. Be aware of who you're in what room saying what things to, just as a PSA.
Just saying, we wouldn't.
We just want to play fun stuff like garlic phone and
Sammy's
that sort of thing.
Sammy's the only one who is authorized to clip. And so, if he were to, I know it's with love, and he would tell us that he did it, because then he would give it to us for it to be in here. And I do have one that I haven't downloaded and put in here. And it's because I'm trying to behave. And yet it just put such a smile on my situation. And it's like, yeah, I love it. but that's why Sammy is allowed to clip things, because he does it out of love to put a smile on my face, and that's how we get some of the best moments here. Okay, that's how we get some of these. My Dixie wreck. Oh, fuck me in the ass. Just saying. That's how we get those. It's because we have a Bobby who I totally trust and gives us the good stuff to make us laugh. So there were just samples of those. And Sammy says, I love Tommy. He's weird as hell.
He is.
Well,
Very weird.
I don't know if this is him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see serial killer possibly going there, or a really fun time. See, it's you got this, which way do you want to go with it? I can see, because right here it looks like, he's a little bit sad. I don't know.
The one with the brick wall behind him is from that horrible movie. I remember that scene. They're on a roof, and that's like the brick kind of building
you don't
thing
fall
that
over
with the door to get out to
right.
Yeah.
I'm baffled. I don't know. So, well,
I don't know who Neil Breen is. I'm looking at him. He has a face. He has a face. That's about as good as I can do.
There it is. He has a face.
Yeah.
He has a face. He has a face. So whoever the fuck he is. Oh,
He's
wait a minute.
Got a face.
There's a face. There's a face.
Yeah. I don't remember.
I feel like I know him.
He plays a double role twins, Kale and Cade, bestowed at birth with superhuman powers and pitted against each other with potentially world-changing consequences. What the heck?
Is that in the Tortured Crossing?
I don't know. It won't give me the name. It's a New York Times article. Who is Neil Breen?
I have no idea.
Okay, Sammy, fill us in.
Because
we're catching up. We're catching up. We're only 20 minutes behind.
Twice. This is why we need Sammy's avatar to just sit there and yell at us when we're this far behind.
That's a really bad fake mustache and beard.
That's what I'm saying. Really was it called The Tortured Crossing? And then they also were talk about the films of his, because we'll get there to your answer here in a moment.
Oh, he says Fateful Findings is one of. Oh, I should show it. Fateful Findings is one of my favorites. I'll have to put it on my list of one of the weird movies I've meant to stream.
I have to go resolve the dog situation. I'll be right back.
Okay, you deal with the dog situation. I'm gonna go back up here and.
You came in. Well, we got dog and cat in the house. So
Oh, it is okay. Here we go. Fateful Findings. 2012 American independent science fiction film. Oh, it's one of the so he directed, wrote, produced, edited, and starred in it. Like Buddy, like Tommy. He was also in charge of production design, set decoration, makeup, sound editing, catering, and casting. Wow, he did it all, and then gave himself an IMDb page or something. That's hilarious. Oh, there's 2, 3. Oh no, it's him and 3 women are the only actors in the whole thing. And he's got one other dude that did some editing. What was it about? Upon release, it was declared one of the worst films ever made and quickly gained a cult following. Oh, no. Oh, there it is. It's about a magical black stone that they find in the woods. Later, he accidentally gets murdered by his wife. Oh, wow. It's very convoluted. That's really convoluted there, Sammy. That sounds like something I'd actually enjoy watching. One of those so bad it's good. Oh, Tammy's saying Mr. Beat howdy. And MJ's saying hello. MJ's also saying hello to Cynthia, as is Tammy. Oops. Oh, get it. There. Click. There we go. And Cynthia's saying the same. Hello to Tammy and MJ. Sammy says, I just got a really funny idea for a clip for these games. Oh, okay. We got to talk about that. I want to, yeah. We'll have to talk about games. Let's just do that. It sounds like she's spilling the entire cutlery drawer. So Sammy says, I hate Ewoks. They tell the bounty hunters where I'm hiding. Order 66 sucks. Okay. They're still cute and they still live in trees. Way, way up high in massive trees. There's a trade-off for everything, right? Tammy says, my apologies. I had to change locations. See, Tammy, you don't have to say that because it takes us so long to get to the chat, in chat, that you've already done whatever it is you went to do. Like Sammy telling us that he did a restart of his system. By the time we got to that message of him saying it, he'd already done it, probably like a half an hour before. But I do appreciate them. My apologies. I just didn't notice it because we're slow. Oh, Digger's talking about The Room. The show I found is worse than that. Worse than The Room? Oh, with Tommy. Oh, I thought that was like the only thing he ever did. Tammy says, okay, I'm totally lost. That's okay. So are we. That's kind of
you have to share it with me, baby.
State of being. Sammy's laughing. No more books. Yes, I love terrible B movies as well. I really do. Some of there's the cult classics that are great. Like Rocky Horror and stuff like that. Brilliant. But the really, really bad ones are in some ways even more entertaining because they're just so bad. They got you to cringe before cringing was a thing.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Did you skip like 40,000 chats?
No.
Or did you really seriously get us
seriously, we were that close.
Of oh my gosh, because it's like, wow, we're just 3 minutes behind.
Yes.
Y'all are not sidelining us over here now.
Okay, you guys, you better start typing because we're caught up again.
You better, because where last night was the idea was to keep us out of the game. Well, you did good for a couple hours, but
yeah,
today we have been able to take certain things and make it topics that you didn't mean to like drive the bus down, and here we were, and now then she got us within 3 minutes. So it looks like we're going to be watching some interesting terrible B movies with the things that Bobby wants to watch. And
Tammy says, I'm sheltered. Most of what you're talking about, I'm clueless. That's okay. I only know some of it. Sammy's got a lot
to be clueless.
Weird ones that he's introduced me to. I had no idea existed. That's the thing with really bad B movies, is they're underground, so you got to hear about it to know about it.
It's word of mouth.
Pardon me.
And you get to enjoy it with friends.
We'll clue you in.
That's it. So
we'll clue you in when they come up. But yeah,
welcome to the state of cluelessness that you knew nothing. What did you do
with the room? The Room, the one is the one that I was talking about with Tommy. It really is so bad that you're better off looking for the documentary about The Room, because the documentary is way more entertaining than the actual movie itself. So that's what I would suggest if you're looking. You're eating your ice cubes too fast, aren't you, Ditto Dog? Yes.
I think he inhaled it, and now he's needing it to hurry up and melt in the lung. So he just all of a sudden he's having an issue. Just saying. Keep going.
Sammy says the more nonsensical and confusing, the better. Yes. I really like the the ridiculous.
I've resolved that to being my motto in life.
Tammy says, what can we talk about now?
Exactly. Well, I know what we can talk about now. So hold on just a short moment. Okay. What we can talk about now is Cynthia, I got to tell you that I was talking about you yet again. God dang it. I went pee and I remembered exactly what it was and went, I have to own up to this. And now I don't remember what the hell it was. Cynthia, there was another topic that I was talking about you. It was a good one. What was it? And anyway, I'll remember it.
Bringing her on.
Yeah, no, it was bringing her on. And then when we started the stream, I had said something else about her. I think it was when we started the stream. I had said something else, and I don't remember what it was. God, I had it, and then it was like waited for you to finish, and then I totally forgot. So okay, I apologize, Cynthia. I talked about you, and I don't remember what it was. I'm an idiot. But I own it, okay? So, we'll figure it out. And then Sammy's like, no, the room is awesome. Really? The room.
That's the Tommy Wideall one. Or Widelow or whatever.
The room. Well, but I thought he was so bad that the documentary that he did was, look at those eyes. Damn, that would mess with my head, these eyeballs. Were you looking at it too? Because you started laughing.
There's some scenes. It's just a trailer short thing, but yeah, it was the scenes. Oh, no way. Okay, so Tammy, instead of watching The Room, what you need to do is look for the documentary called Room Full of Spoons. It's a 2016 Canadian documentary film directed by Rick Harper about the cult film The Room. Okay, so The Room is the original, and Room Full of Spoons is the documentary. While you do this, I gotta go pee.
Well, I hope you remember what I was meaning to tell Cynthia. Because,
I'll try, but I really can't.
That's where I was when I remembered it. Sorry. So anyway, here's a short. Ooh, look, it's a florist shop. How pretty do they always have those shops, and everything around it is so live, and in reality, you get there and all too often they're more wilted than you want. MJ is like, what is the worst movie you've ever seen? Oh, I don't remember any. So that's a good question, though. And then Sammy said, I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to look it up again. But it had creatures from the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensions. Well, that would be fun. He looks like a dead dude right there. I mean, like, he's just like boring to be around. That face would be hard for me. That face would be, because he doesn't carry, well, I gotta say, she's not carrying emotion. This wasn't a fun or a sad. This was just a nothing scene. Well, he acts like a spoiled little child too. And that's overreacting right there. She hasn't even gotten down there, bud. Fook, what did you do? Already croom all over the place? I'm just saying. And then Sammy's like, and it was a bunch of people running around a house from a paper mache doll that just dragged around the floor for an hour and a half. Yeah, that does not sound like it was a good movie at all. And then MJ's like, Friday the 13th, part 18. Why does Freddy keep coming back? Why do people keep going to? I know, I don't understand it. Wait. Freddy and Jason, and there's a third one, and I don't understand it. I don't get it, because you keep paying to see him. I don't. Okay.
What did I forget? What did I miss here?
MJ asking, or saying Friday the 13th, part 18, why does Freddy keep coming back?
Yes.
And replying to himself, because people keep paying to see him. And I said, I don't. I'm so over it. I am so overpaying it.
You know what?
So anyway,
you know when it's going to be over? When Jamie Lee Curtis passes. When they can no longer drag her ass back out and run so she can run screaming from him.
Look, she is my age, and at a certain point, the body don't want to be doing that running, even though she's got trainers to help her work through the alley.
Yeah, but you got to remember, she's got stunt doubles too.
Well,
she can have 20-year-olds doing the running for her.
Look, Cynthia, that's what it was. Cynthia, last night, I see you just came back from the bathroom, and suddenly
the ice.
The ice. See, I told you I said it at the beginning of the stream. You even reminded me to get Ditto some ice, and I totally forgot. You have to be more aggressive to make sure that this dog gets his ice during a stream. Because did you see him? He got some ice. He forgot how to behave with it and inhaled a piece, and he's like, now I'm scared. I am totally scared. I am not doing that right now. And now I got a whole bowl full of ice here for him. And he's like, yeah, I don't know how to behave around that right now. So Cynthia, you were a good auntie last night and reminded me about it. But you know what? You forgot that his mama has dementia and Alzheimer's, on top of each other, and she's ignorant as heck. And you didn't keep reminding me. So it's not your fault, but I'm going to act like I'm going to tell him that it is. Okay. It's not your fault, but I'm just going to say, I'm going to tell him that it is. Okay. Because I'm going to tell him you didn't remind it. Tammy's like, got it. Thank you. And Sammy's like, there it is. See, I was trying to be user friendly, Sammy. And Tammy's like, I used to take floral arranging in school. Did they use real flowers? I am not one of those gals. Okay. But I made a very pretty, I made a very pretty floral arrangement accidentally. I'll show it to you in a moment. Sammy is like, all the music in every scene sounds so wrong. I am so happy that I hit mute. And then MJ's like, not sure, but a long time ago, I had a friend who rented the Toxic Avenger. Ooh, that kind of sounds good. I don't know if I said it the way it should have been said, but the title of it made it sound good. I don't remember, but I think it was bad.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Well, that was filmed here in San Diego. I'm sorry, too bad.
Was it? Okay.
Yes.
I remember watching it as a kid thinking it's just hilarious, and then watching it when I was older, and I'm like, holy shit, this is bad. But it's so bad, it's good.
Speaking of which, I'm glad that you brought that up, and I had to say the Hotel Del. There is going to be a game night where you and Cynthia are going to have to be on screen playing, and I'm not going to be here. Okay? But I'm going to be piping in from the girls' date night. Okay. Wait, what? Well, my bestie had a guy in her life, and I had a guy in my life, and the guys really were a bunch of deadbeats, right? So one night I'm like, let's just go out, just the gals, right? And we went out, and we went over to the Hotel Del, or over to the hotel, or to the Coronado Island, and we took the ferry across to downtown San Diego, and then we went over to the Hotel Del, and we saw the lights, and then we went to dinner, and it was like a perfect, inexpensive. We seriously, I mean, with dinner we probably paid $36 each, right? And we each got an ornament for a tree, right?
Yeah.
and it's probably now we would spend $90 to do it because everything went up.
Everything's so expensive.
But
Yes.
the thing is we're cozying up because I got smart and brought a blanket, thinking it would be cold on the ferry. And you know what? I was right because we're up there. Why be inside with the diesel smell, right? So we were up at the top enjoying it, and then we cuddled up, and I had hot cocoa and everything. And it's like, this is such a great date night. And I'm looking at her going, kind of sucks that it's with you, but it's great that it's with you. You know? But it was just one of those that women appreciate. And so now it's the girls' date night.
Oh, cool.
We're not gonna terrorize the dudes who don't go there, right? Who don't think that far in advance, but we're still going to enjoy it ourselves. So anyway, wait a minute. Did I read this? Yes. The toxic Avenger. And Tammy's bluegill laughing all across the screen. You'd have to go longer for Digger to be able to swallow that. See, I'm looking at it in StreamYard. It goes all the way across. But when I look at it on screen, Digger needs more. She really fought to get it longer. Tammy's like, yes, they used real flowers. When we even filled orders. See, now that's a cool use of people. And Sammy is laughing, and I know it's about the whole going across the board.
Yeah. Well, he was the one that finally succeeded.
Well, see, that's because he knew what was going on. I want to go get the flowers. I'll show you. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Because why? Because I never do things like this. And when I just threw them in there and did it, it was just so that we could go camping with them. Camping in the trailer. Go figure.
Yeah. I don't know. That's about the only camping I do these days is car camping. Unfortunately. But don't freeze again. Sammy, I'm going to need some help with trouble shooting my computer. I am seriously down to I have StreamYard and Discord open. Not the app, just in a tab. Yesterday I had the board game arena and StreamYard open. That was it. And yet I'm getting jittery and stilted camera and all sorts of weird shit. Oh, those are pretty. That's really pretty. Nice.
Didn't I do that well?
Yeah.
So anyway, that is for when we're going camping. This huge flower. That's a huge flower up here.
Yes.
But just so that we had a centerpiece to our picnic table outside of certain campsites. Right. And so now it sits in my dining room because guess who has a dining room table up? It'd be me. Yep. I had to bring it in. So nice. Tammy comes along and says, poor Ditto, dog didn't get my howdy from Tammy. He's in there going, I don't want to go back in there. There's ice in there. He's like that. When something is perceived to be painful, he's like, nope, stay away from her. He blames it on me. And right now, he
to be fair, you are the one who gave him the ice cube, which he then proceeded to inhale instead of swallow.
And don't take responsibility for your own action, asshole. But right now he watched me like, she gonna go off on me? She gonna do it? She gonna give me another one of those and see if I die? Is she gonna do it? No, honey. And Tammy's like, well, wait, you're not froze. Well, but see, every now and then she glitches.
I get stuttery. Yeah.
She's like Max Headroom. And the advantage that we're having right now is we're not seeing it, but she is seeing it. So like yesterday, what she was saying is before we went live, she was real glitchy.
Yeah.
Good thing I didn't say bitchy, but she was real glitchy.
It was very glitchy.
We hit go live and it stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And it was odd that's all it took.
Yeah.
And then Tammy says, well, those were awesome.
Your flowers.
Thank you. We appreciate that. I'm going to go put them back because I can. Because you know what I've noticed is that I don't like things out of place when I have company.
Fair enough.
I'm retarded. That's me. You can't, I'm not saying anybody else is. I am diagnosing myself. Leave me alone. Shut up. Right? Go ahead. Don't strike me because I will go to the doctor and have it proved. I'm just saying. I've met me. Some of these folks have too.
Sammy's
we know
cry
that was a
laughing.
true statement. There was nothing wrong with it. Because, have you met me?
That's awesome. I'm starting to get used to your avatar now. Yeah. It's still creepy, but I'm getting used to it. It doesn't like weird me out. It doesn't give me the feeling anymore. So I'll take it. And Tammy's Bluka laughing too.
Okay, so we're going to, the reason that I mentioned the girls' date again was because you mentioned killer tomatoes.
Yes. Okay.
But the killer tomatoes has the Hotel Del in it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It was on the beach at the Hotel Del. And so when we do this, then I'll relinquish it over to you and to Cynthia, right? Mm-hmm. But I will be doing my pop-in, but try and just keep it on mute so that y'all can see. You guys are the focus, but you can share. You'll both be on screen with with me, right? Mm-hmm. And we'll try and set it up so that we have, all three of us in a larger set. Mm-hmm. And we just won't share the game for a moment while everybody enjoys the Hotel Del, the ride on the ferry, whatever. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it's kind of a holiday thing. So it'll kind of be our holiday parade. Does that make sense? So, because Cynthia had her holiday parade yesterday, we had ours last night. That's when they closed the highway down, and everybody hangs out. Well, the trip over to the Hotel Del with all the Christmas tree and everything like that, I'll share. That will be our kind of parade. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Why do you? Well, because the cameras. First of all, Alexa, turn on lamp. Not enough light. The camera will start to focus on something other than us. It's just weird. It's just weird. I haven't noticed that hers has gone out, but mine is constantly going out of focus. And sometimes you'll see people go like this to make it focus. I swear to God, it just don't work. So. Wait a minute. Didn't I just put that up there or not?
No, you read ahead.
I don't even know how I did that.
Sammy says I got to fix it a bit because I was talking about his avatar. I got to fix it a bit. It shows the bottom. So the little bit of white at the bottom.
Oh, the bow tie.
Okay.
I'm thinking that's a bow tie. I figured that was a collar and a bow tie.
I have no idea. I never even noticed the little bit of white down there because I was so weirded out by the eyes and the skin-toned lips with the yellow
versus the yellow skin. Everything else.
Yeah.
You're funny on that.
Tammy says, I'm starving. Go eat something then, hon.
Yeah,
and look, we're still only 2 minutes behind. So woo-woo.
Look at us making progress.
Yeah, we're saying this before you actually get up, go, make it, eat it, sit back down, and then we get to the conversation. We're actually on top of it right now.
Yeah.
So and then she says, okay, now you're getting.
Yeah, there's the one I read. I don't know why, because apparently my eye is picking up on this guy over there, right? The, what's his name? The room guy.
Oh, Tommy Wydell.
So apparently my eyes are picking him up, which is making me just look at like the line for where the bottom of his YouTube stream is. Mm-hmm. My eyes are because I have chat next to it. So my eyes are just picking up the last 3 chats. It's not picking anything up that's going along the side. And so that's apparently why I was on the right thing, and then they typed more than once and it went up one, and then I didn't see that anymore. So she's got to go sneeze.
No, I'm just realized I keep rubbing my nose. It's not because I got a runny nose. It's because it's cold in here. I'm just realizing, like, holy crap. Yeah, my nose is cold. So I'll be right back. I got to
turn on the heater or something. Yeah. Okay. And then anyway, Sammy's like, Mothman. Yes, Alexa, turn on the lamp. Mothman. I liked Mothman. I totally did. You know why? Because I've been on roads like that. And I've been in buildings like that. And I totally liked Mothman. And I actually kind of thought he was handsome too, because he didn't freak me out. You know, Tammy's like, I just had someone from church contact me to see how I was doing. Well, ain't that nice? Okay. Yeah. Sister's making chicken fried steak, and we know a lot about what's going on in your house, and now I'm hungry.
Oh, well, fair enough. Yeah.
You know, that would make me hungry too. I'm just saying, because have we not met me? Look, I go to a restaurant. It's chicken fried steaks, okay? Or it is a patty melt.
I've never had a chicken fried steak. Like, why on earth would you fry a chicken or fry a steak in chicken batter? Like, that's what I'm assuming it is, right?
After you've beat it, yeah. It's a particular kind of steak meat that you've beat to tenderize, and you flatten it out, and then you coat it and patty it and fry it. And oh my God, so good.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why is it chicken fried steak? Is it just because of the batter is something you would use?
Because they beat it and battered it, and they've beat it, battered it, and fried it. So yeah.
For a while, I thought it was like a turducken where it actually had chicken.
Oh no. That would make sense, though. Don't get me wrong. You know, that totally makes sense.
Well, I wasn't sure.
I mean, really, if you think about it, I mean, it really does make sense.
You. Oh, see my.
Oh, excuse me.
My mouse was asleep, so I couldn't click on it.
It's okay. I get to a point where I know I can't hit mute or I'm out of here. And she was gone. So anyway, and knowing me, I accidentally hit the in stream button anyway, because my brain is short circuiting and I don't know. I just know to hit something. So anyway, you take the cube steak and you beat the crap out of it. And I love up in Julian when I go up there and I get it and I order it from the Julian Cafe, you can hear them in there pounding the cube steak. And it's like, oh, they're
pounding
working
the steak, eh?
Yeah, it's pounding the meat, but it's like, yeah, they're working on ours right now. And when I'm up there with certain people, they go, how do you know? It's like, well, it's a chicken fried steak, and they're beating our meat right now because they are, you know. So I'm just saying, it's always fun. MJ's like, that was nice of them. It was nice of them to call her. I really think it was. And then Sammy's like, gotta show you my Mothman lamp. That one trips people out. Oh, yeah, picture. MJ's like, check on you, Tammy. MJ's like, just because these gals could get way behind, even though they're really up to date right now, they could go on a 42-minute rant about something that ain't even here. And so
and then not like, understand. Yes.
He's like, let me go ahead and make sure that I confirm what this is about. And Tammy's like, yes, it was. And Sammy's like, Digger, why fry anything? Because it's friggin' delicious, especially if you use lard. You just don't understand. And then Tammy's like, especially bacon. You know what? I've always fried my bacon, right? And then lately I've been like just cooking it in the oven, the whole pound at a time, and then putting it in the refrigerator and having it whenever I want to grab it. And I'm going to tell you, I like baking the bacon because you get the grease to drop off. It makes for a much crispier, tastier. I like it. And then I get to use that grease. My hair is doing all kinds of weird shit. It's like I feel it moving, and there ain't nothing that's living in it, but it just started like poking up on its own, and I can feel it raising like there's electricity in there. But so anyway, I'm just saying I have enjoyed baking it, and I get to reuse the grease without a whole lot of extra work being put into it to save it and can it for later. Just saying. Sammy's like, friggin' Canadians. Look at me. I didn't even have to look at the screen. I saw that red and I knew what he was talking about.
Yes.
I knew he was talking about her. And Tammy's like, well, bless you, Sheni. It's going to come again, honey. I could have waited a couple of seconds to read this one. Oh, he came back. Yes, I put that down there, but no, I'm gonna, you want it? You want it? See, there.
Oh, you're a good boy. Take it nice and gentle. Don't inhale.
You know, don't die on us. Dang it. Don't die. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There.
Bud. I did.
He's like, okay, field trip, folks. This is what I call a field trip. And then Tammy's like, I've been out from church 8 or 9 weeks already. Well, I'm sorry. It's really nice. Well, see, that's why they're checking on you. Bacon in the oven already. It just, you can multitask it. Look at that face. Does he not want another piece? You know what he'll do? And you know that I can say what I want to say. But why should I have to? I can just.
Good boy. Oop.
Really? There was 2 pieces there. Get over here and pick this one up too. Don't me. I've made him gain so much weight because of all the stress and the time crunch I've been under with all the different directions that I run. Well, not just the moving, but the business and the running of the house and then the ranch and but he gets to go to the ranch with me. But then this and the good boy and the everything else, right? Because look, guys, I'm not just sitting at home doing nothing. I'm insane. That's the best way I've got it. In case you didn't know, I own up to my insanity. I totally own up to my insanity. So anyway, in the process of it, I'm not the only fat one in the house anymore. He's fat too. So when he sat down, he went, that's how I know he's fat. He's just too much. He was 55 pounds, which is just about a pound over. And I think he might be more at 64 right now. That's a lot of weight for that. Do you see, for the size?
Yeah.
MJ's like, fried chicken and then take the grease and fried crunchies. Oh my God. I will siphon off the crunchies just so I can eat them like popcorn and make unhealthy gravy. The best. I make a white gravy really good. I get what you're saying. Fried catfish. But I don't eat catfish anymore. What? God, I thought I was going to fall in love with you. You just guaranteed I can't do that. Nope. Sorry, MJ, we can't get married and live in the same house. Nope. Can't even get married. Not even to not live in the same house.
The biblical health message.
Okay, I don't want to hear it. Shush.
You don't want to learn that lesson.
Just shush. I'm just going to tell you.
I know. I learned that lesson and I lost bacon.
Well, see, I'm done. And you know what? Other than the fact that you don't eat bacon, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't understand things when I hear
anything that lives in water. So thankfully, I didn't have to. There wasn't a whole lot of that I had to cut out. I never ate any of it. So
hell no.
A big thing.
Sammy knows. Sammy knows what good fried chicken and good coleslaw is in the South. They got it. You no, and I want to hurry up, and it is very possible. Where's my froggy? We were talking this morning or last night, but it's very possible because my nephew is here, that I can say, you know what? I want to hit the road if I can get my stupid laptop, the new laptop dialed in, right? I want to hit the road. I want to, and my server. I want to hit the road and I want to go ahead and head out to Arkansas and Missouri and I want to get some fried fish and stuff. I'm just going to say, I don't mind that he's a bottom feeder. Bottom feeders have to be ended, and we might as well put their body to good use. Did I do well? Did I do well? And Tammy's like, I can't eat fish. And MJ's like, I like the fried chicken better than catfish anyway. Nope, I got to bounce around. I eat fried chicken all the time. But when you haven't had a good fried catfish, a home done raised catfish that's made for that, you're going to miss it. And I miss it. And it always tastes better when somebody else cooks it. What is up with that? Because I enjoy feeding other people. I don't want to have to cook for just me. Okay. But I love when somebody else comes around, unless they piss me off. Here's the thing. There's always a thing with me. Do not piss me off when I am cooking to feed you, because you will die before you ever have another meal from me. Bottom line, I have taught many of them that lesson. Hey there, Cheeseburger.
Hi, Cheese. How you doing?
See how we're still in the food thing, so I had to say the whole name. Hey, Cheese, how's it going? Good evening, kids. And Cheeseburger, look, you got MJ who's a little bit younger than me, and I don't know why, but I feel like you are younger than MJ even, and yet you're saying kids. I just love that. Hello, Mr. Rogers. No, that's so cute. MJ's like, I eat chicken about 4 to 5 days a week. My grandparents used to feed us that shit every single day. My grandmother could do something to a chicken that you didn't realize it was still a chicken. And she made things before it was cool to make other things out of chicken, right? Because apparently that's all they ever ate. That's all they ever fed us. And if they ever ate anything else, they sure as hell did it when us kids weren't around. Did you see how that was? She was like, we got the kids for 2 weeks. We're going to save a ton. You're going to feed my ass a whole bunch of steak when they leave. You just shut up. Get ready. I wouldn't doubt that was her.
I don't eat a whole lot of protein. Like maybe I'll have, like meat protein. Maybe I'll have it. I don't know. It really depends. I don't have a lot of meat in my diet, honestly. I crave the heck out of steaks every now and again. And
you're not getting enough iron.
I need to. Yeah. Lately I've been on a kick with eggs. I've been having egg sandwich in the morning for breakfast when I don't have milk for my cereal or oatmeal. It's oatmeal season now.
Isn't it funny how 2 eggs will fill you up? Oatmeal's not good for you, but that's okay. That's not me. I will be quiet.
Well, yeah, no, I've always enjoyed oatmeal. It's never steered me wrong. But no, I have 2 eggs in a frying pan, but it's not fried, right? Like there's no oil. It's one of those non-stick things, right?
Right.
So I have 2 of those, and then I have it in a sandwich with aged cheddar cheese, and the bread is raisin bread. And it's very, very tasty with a little bit of Miracle Whip and some high seasoning salt.
The Miracle Whip acts as butter, but a sweet butter. And I'm amazed somebody else in my world actually likes Miracle Whip. Thank you.
Oh, my mom taught me how to turn normal mayo into Miracle Whip. She taught me the secret of how to make Miracle Whip.
I didn't just put sugar in it, because that's what I'll do if it's not Miracle Whip and I want some.
No, if you get regular mayo, sugar and vinegar, white vinegar, has to be white vinegar. But that's what gives you the tangy zip.
I just love it.
I make an amazing salad dressing out of something similar to that.
I was raised on Miracle Whip, not mayo.
Yeah,
but now
me too.
I don't have Miracle Whip in my refrigerator. I do just have the real mayonnaise. But it's because people would open my refrigerator and judge me. I want you to judge me because I can't open the drawer because something went underneath and got it all sticky. I don't want you to judge me because of my Miracle Whip. Do you see how this is?
If I'm using mayo, well, no, the reason I don't use mayo, is because it has no flavor. So it's really, there's no point in putting it in the sandwich except for flavor purposes. Miracle Whip has the tangy zip. It's got a flavor profile that goes really well with the aged cheddar on the other side and the egg in between, and a
See,
little bit of high seasoning salt.
I can pick up a little bit of the flavor from the mayonnaise. I really
Mayo
can.
tastes
But
like butter
it doesn't
or
go
margarine. It's just got
it doesn't
no
go
taste.
big. Right. And really seriously, you can substitute in a cake recipe, substitute your butter with mayo, not Miracle Whip, but with mayo, and it makes the most moist.
Yeah. Yeah.
The two words that are hard to say together. The most moist cake ever. And
Yeah.
I know some people were triggered by the word moist. I'm sorry that
Too
you
bad.
don't like the word moist. Get over it. Big boy and girl panties, or get the fuck out of the house. No.
There you go.
You know, kids are gone. They ain't coming back. Nephew's here scared shitless. Just saying. Sammy's like, unique here because we have two different types of barbecue in one state.
Yeah.
Okay. And here's the thing, Sammy. I bet you I could say Wicker's barbecue sauce, and you know exactly what the heck I'm talking about, huh? I'm just saying, Wicker's barbecue sauce, pulled pork with Wicker's, and hamburger bun, and the pulled pork, and the here we go again, coleslaw. Slam it together, side of a coleslaw and French fries, and hello, barbecue day. Mm-hmm.
Was it Queen that taught me rather, about Wicker's sauce?
No, it was me.
Was it you? Okay.
It was me.
We had a conversation.
I have a thing with Wickers. Can you tell?
Yeah.
I seriously.
I'd never heard of it. I had no idea there was different types of barbecue. I thought barbecue meant anything that was cooked on a barbecue.
Yeah, no, they're sauces.
I had no idea.
You do things with sauces.
I was an adult before I learned that.
Yeah, the thing about Wickers is that it was a family thing, and there are some in my refrigerator, but not the original, because the original didn't last that long. Mm-hmm. Suck that shit right on down. And then I have all these other little bottles of this other shit, and I'm like, and I won't order more, but I have called and told the gals I want you to send it to me, and they're like, yeah, okay. And then when I call now, they go, did you finish the others? Because I don't lie, and they're like, well, call us back when you do. It's like they know, and I'm like, so I'm working on it, and hopefully I think I have 2 more bottles of the other stuff, and hopefully while my nephew's here, he'll use that shit, and poof, it'll be gone. Because I really want the original, and then I want to get a pork shoulder, and I want to go ahead and smoke that sucker up, and then I want to pull that pork, and I want some good Wicker sandwiches. I'm just saying, there was a place in Homersville, I think it was. I might be wrong on the name of it, in Hornersville, and you could be sitting there. This was the fun thing that I figured out as a child. Because they had
coffee. I'm just walking.
Okay, they had sawdust on the floor. That was their floor, is the ground and then sawdust.
Okay.
And you'd go into all these little tables, and everybody else was sitting in there, and it was okay, fine, right? Well, and then my dad informed me that sometimes there were snakes in the sawdust.
Sometimes there were snakes?
Snakes.
Okay.
Snakes.
Yeah.
Like cottonmouth and shit like that. And I'm like, not liking it. Well, they ended up having to close that one down because, there were snakes on the floor. And so they've apparently done another one. I don't know. That would be on the trip that we would go to, because loving it. But there were little pop-up places, like we have Mexican food pop-up places where you can get like rolled tacos and carne asada burritos and stuff like that, right? There are places that they just sell these pulled pork sandwiches because they are so well known back there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
MJ's like, well, hello, cheeseburger. MJ, you were tough. You were still hanging in there with us. We love that.
Yeah. Thank you,
Tammy's
MJ.
like,
Tammy's been here since Cynthia was a little late. Sammy was a little late, but yeah, you guys are awesome. Just saying.
I know, we're going on 3 hours and y'all is still here. Tammy's like, cheeseburger. Howdy. And MJ's like, I don't think there is anything I don't like, just some things more than others. Yeah, well, that catfish situation was a real twist for me. Okay, so anyway, cheeseburgers. Like my wife brought home some chicken from the fancy donor event that she worked last night, and damn, that shit was good. And it's funny because they're not there. You don't always get good food at places like that. So I'm lucky for you. I'm loving it. Sammy's like, I barely eat anything. But you always cooking. I know. Eat eggs and then I eat turkey with vegetables. Yeah. Those are good things though. And that's as Queen would say.
A treat for me.
Right. But as Queen would say, protein, 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 which if she doesn't get in here and yell in my ear for that, right? I'm never going to be, I'm afraid I'm not going to get back on my track. I need her to come back in and yell at me because she does it so lovingly but I have been a bad girl and I'm not going to lie. Okay. I'm just going to say I have been a bad girl. And, Tammy said, I only use Miracle Whip. Oh my God, we're the home of the Miracle Whip users. That is the common denominator. We're nutcases.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what brings us all together with our various weirds.
There you go. There's always got to be that first thread. The Miracle Whip sounds like it's there. I'm just like, I like waffles with pancake syrups, but had to stop. Syrup gives me that bad headaches. Pancake syrup is probably the worst thing I can eat. If it's real syrup, you can't do it. Oh, honey, I am so sorry. Yeah. But you know what? It's not beyond me to just have pancakes or waffles with just butter. Okay. Try some jam on them. I make a mean ass, what is that red fruit with the little itsy bitsy tiny little red seeds that go squish? Pomegranate. I
have no idea.
This is how my brain works. I'm sorry, folks. You heard it happen as it went along. I make a mean ass pomegranate jam that I wonder if you could smear a little bit, because a little bit of that shit goes a long way. I normally can empty a thing like this in like 3 things of toast. Mm-hmm. And with my pomegranate, that thing has lasted me almost a year. I mean, granted, I went a few months without eating any bread, but yeah, no, it's too much of it. It's like, whoa, but I put just enough and it's like, oh my God, this is heaven on a bread. I'm just saying.
I've got a freezer full of homemade freezer jam. It was awesome.
I don't know what freezer jam is.
Freezer jam. It's what is it, like the pectin or whatever that makes it jammy?
Okay.
Yeah. And you smush whatever fruit you want, and you smush it down, and then you mix it together when it's all hot, and then you let it you let it set up, and then you put it into Ziploc bags. You close the Ziploc bag and you chuck it in the freezer.
So you're just not canning it, you're just freezing it instead. See, that's kind of what we do, but we can it. I mean, okay, here comes my fat
most
ass
people
bug.
put like a lot of freaking sugar, in their freezer jam, but I realized that you really don't have to do it. You don't need very much sugar at all in there. And then it's just fruit puree almost.
This right here is my strawberry jam.
Okay.
And again, I use pectin, but there is sugar also in it. This one right here is chili. Chili. So, we just put it in this and then it goes there and we don't have to worry about freezer space. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's just a thing.
I don't know how to do canning, so I don't know how to do any of that way of preserving food.
Oh, yeah, you would have to.
But the freezer jam is really easy to make.
My nephew's not saying anything, but I mean, if the world's going to come to an end, I'm going to feed myself for a good 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have barbecued chicken. Yeah, I have barbecued chicken legs.
Yeah.
And I think I have ham bits. I've got obviously chili. I've got all kinds of canned, you know.
Yeah.
And he's and then I'm like, yeah, but wait, because out in the fridge, or out in the garage, I have a ton more. Oh yeah. And then if the world's coming to an end, we're going to lose the power. So I'm going to have to cook a whole lot more and I'm going to have to can some more. Oh, but don't worry about it because I got canners all over the place.
There you
So
go. Yeah.
do we want to do a pressure canner on the far, or do we want to use a water bath canner on a far? You see, I can go either way. See how I am? I can go either way. Did you get that? Sammy, did you get that? I'm just saying. Did you get that? I know where that was going. I couldn't stop it once it got going, but I knew where that was going. So anyway, Sammy's like, wait, mayo has no flavor. What the fuck? You've confused. You've.
Oh, yeah. I haven't been scrolling with you. I should have done that. Yeah, mayo has no flavor. There's no flavor to it.
See, some of us can taste it. Some of us can taste the little bit of it.
For me, it's a texture.
Dill.
It's an addition of texture, not taste, not flavor.
Yeah, no, there's dill. There's a little bit of dill, I think, that they put in it. So no, the egg and the dill, and yeah, I can. I mean, I think it's dill. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I've never tasted dill in it, but like I said, it's basically it's a texture thing more than a flavor thing. It's the same with butter. Of course, you can taste salted butter, but it's the salt you're tasting, not the butter.
No, I taste the butter. Oh God, are you kidding? Oh, it's the mustard, vinegar and lemon juice,
and mustard. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's mustard, vinegar, and lemon juice. So that's the basics there. Okay.
She says I'm more triggered by mayo than moist.
Well, yeah, because you're a cheeseburger, honey.
Growing up, I always called it mayonnaise. It was really? Miracle Whip or mayonnaise. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but then I got tired of trying to say mayonnaise when my mouth doesn't work right. Have you met me? That's awful.
Mayonnaise was easier for me to say as a kid than mayonnaise, and it stuck. I kept saying mayonnaise until I was in my late teens, and someone made fun of me for it.
Really? Because I thought it was mayonnaise. What is it? It's mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
No, see, in our family, it is mayonnaise. I'm with you. See, again, Miracle Whip and mayonnaise is what ties this mentally ill group together, because it's mayonnaise to me too. But then I shorten it and call it mayo. I never thought to that. At all.
I never called it mayo until I was ridiculed for saying mayonnaise still. And then I got it right.
Yeah, I never thought of that. And then Sammy comes along and says, of course, and laughs. And Tammy's like, wait, what, Wickers? You may not have it up there in I believe you're in Michigan, but I'm getting Michigan and Minnesota, but I think you're in Michigan. You may not have it there. We don't have it here. It is primarily to the east of the Mississippi River. And it's primarily a southern thing. So you may not have it, but it's like in the barbecue sauce, in the sauces area. You take a look at it. Snert, hello, Snert, and Sheni, don't drink the stuff in the shit bottles. Wait, was I drinking the stuff in the shit bottles? This only looks like it.
It looks like shit. Yeah.
It really does, because there was a coffee thing in it first. And then because I still wanted a little bit of flavor in my water, I just went ahead and I didn't empty it and I just poured the shit in it. So yeah, it does kind of look like Detroit's water, doesn't it? Just saying. Oh, geez. Oh, my God. I might be in trouble at work. What did you do now? I saw a lady coworker that I thought was the sister to another employee. So I said, I saw your sister in the break room the other day. My sister lives across the country. I'm like, my bad. All you white people looking the same. Oh, my God. You goofball. And Tabby's like, I miss Gigi. Well, she is around, and she was here the other day. She was in our she's in Discord. You miss Gigi, go hunt her down. Okay. There's nothing I can do. I am not in charge of the world. I am only in charge of our little realm right here. That's a horrible way of saying it, but it's a fact. So Gigi has, she is a fair and free individual. I do not chain you guys up. Please feel free to go do what you want. I'm sorry. And then MJ's like, a sandwich just isn't a sandwich without Miracle Whip. I remember that commercial. I totally remember that commercial. MJ's like, hello, OG. And Cheeseburger's laughing at OG because he came in with one, didn't he? He did.
The tangy zip of the Miracle Whip. Thank you so much, MJ, for agreeing as well.
Wait a minute. MJ says waffles and peanut butter is my backup. But wait a minute. MJ, have you done this? Have you put your waffle, your peanut butter, and the other waffle, and then made a French toast dip out of them and cooked them like French toast? Oh my God. I thought the person who told me that was insane. And then one day I was bored and questioning all my life choices. And I thought, what the fuck? Was that another bad one to him, right? Do you know that you can make like really good stuff like that? It's stuffed. It's stuffed French toast. Oh my gosh. You can do it with like Jello, not Jello, but pudding in the middle of 2 pieces of bread. Nutella. Or Nutella, that's not a pudding, but okay. You could do it with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then, go ahead and dip that in the eggs. And then, oh my gosh, I was like, okay, I can't judge people. It's hard now. I still do. Don't get me. Have you met me? but I'm just going to tell you, that was so good. That was so good. Try it, MJ, and let me know. Snert is like, MJ, no more syrup on sandwiches, though. Okay. Well, apparently not if it makes them ill. We don't like those headache thingies. And then Tammy's like, Snert, howdy. And MJ's like,
hello, Snert. See,
okay.
Do it when I want to.
And then Snert is like, I like chili dogs. I got chili. I got bratwurst thawing out. I have a nephew. I could probably say, hey, nephew, in the next couple of days, go buy some buns, and then let's make some chili dogs for dinner. Oh, yeah. And don't forget, you have to get the chili flavored Fritos to go with the chili dogs. You have to. And then OG's like, music, sucking on a chili dog, music, sucking on a chili dog, music. And Sammy's laughing. And OG's like, if mayo has no flavor, I ain't see you eat a jar right now.
Well, no, it'll make me sick because it's all eggs and oil.
That won't make me sick.
A jar? Eating a jar of that in one go, I would definitely get ill. Definitely.
I like your barnacle, Bob.
Hi, Barnacle Bob. From here, it kind of looks like a little lamb.
It looks like
the head of a little lamb.
You see 2 eyes and a mouth and then almost 1 ear. It looks like a little it's cute. Barnacle Bob, you did really well. And I'm glad that you were able to not get into trouble. Will pressurized Totem dogs. Well, I was trying to go for totem pole, but will pressurized Hodem dogs help me to eat even more Hodem dogs? I don't know what a Hodem dog is. I'm sure it's a joke, but it's one that I should know something about.
I think I know, but my brain is going.
Okay, it didn't work, but it pulled up a lot of hotel for dogs.
Yes.
Okay, so
that's what I got too.
A Hodem dog. What's a Hodem dog? Is there a place that you go for Hodem dogs? Hold them dogs. Hold them dogs. Okay, we're gonna look. I hear my people saying that. I'm hearing. I'm
That's why.
hearing my people trying to say shit, and it's coming out as Hodem dogs.
I got
Did you find
some.
it? What did you?
Hot Dogs 101. Is that like a hot air fryer? Is that what makes them different?
I don't know, but I have been frying up some.
And now we're back to Hotel for Dogs. No.
I have been frying up some long sausages, and then I'm able to cut it into 4 pieces and make little itsy bitsy pieces, and they taste really good because the outside skin gets good and hard. I really shouldn't have this conversation about that, but
yeah,
my brain is saying phrasing. Not that y'all are, but my brain is. Okay.
I need to make this bigger so it'll let me search.
I don't see Hodem, but you said
I only got Hodem dogs because I searched and it said, "Do you mean hotel dogs, or do you want to continue and search for Hotem?" in the smaller print underneath. So I clicked on that, and it took me to images of hot dogs.
Okay, well, it gave me some Belgian Malinois.
I've got Chicago-style hot dogs. I've got how to cook sauerkraut for hot dogs.
Okay, I got Hodem Marina di Cortizzello, food for dogs. Hodem dog. Oh, there's a YouTube. Amazing that we're having this conversation on YouTube, and there is a YouTube about it. You see where I'm going?
Google search can't find it, but darn it, YouTube's got it.
You know, I mean, well, the Google search is what gave it to me, but I'm look at us making progress. I'm getting there. Do you see? Hodem dog. Is this in a different language?
I don't know. I've got us on half screen, so everything's tiny here. Let me do it the other way. Oh, there. Now I can see.
Lagar dom.
Yeah, that's definitely a different.
That is not ours. How the hell did you get that over there, Barnacle?
No, it's a hotel dog again.
But it's Hodem dog.
I know, but they're still taking us to dog hotels as opposed to hot dogs. Okay, I got an idea. Oh, here's me looking all smart and shit.
You know, you want to be really smart. Let me keep going while you're looking. I also did. I also like Wendy's hot sauce on my chili dogs. I like it too, and I really like mustard on my chili dogs. So hot sauce and chili and mustard. And Sammy's like, "Damn it, Sammy! You have a link. Get your ass in here and say this word." I say schmayonnaise.
Schmayonnaise.
I have to say schmayonnaise. Schmayonnaise. I am forever now, because my dick's erect, I am forever looking for what word you're trying to get me to say.
Oh, no, I found something called hotem.org by accident, and I'm not clicking on the link. Don't worry, I'm not clicking on the link, but it looks like it's travel food.
Well,
I don't know what that is, though.
That's
not what I see.
It's a completely different country.
Well, yeah.
It looks like art.
That's really cool looking.
I know this right here.
No, they've got oh yeah, that page is beside the picture. They've got, it looks like a roof, but it's concentric circles, and then it's got a center piece that is missing, and the ray of sun is coming straight down. There. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
It just looks like it's an art museum.
Yeah,
Hodem
really
is
cool.
Art museum. Yeah. So it looks like it's an art museum. Look at that tomato. That looks so good.
Is that a tomato? I was looking at that and I'm like, oh, that's a very weird shaped tomato. But then I'm thinking, a brain looks like that too.
See, and my thought is this: that fucker would have tasted so good if it was fried in green.
I've never seen a tomato shaped like that. That looks like the shape of the brain that's been.
No, I have seen them shaped like that before.
Weird.
There's a certain kind that does come out ribbed like that.
Okay.
But
ribbed for your tomato pleasure.
Exactly. And that's exactly why I think I went straight to the fried green tomato flavor, because I've got the seeds for that guy.
Gotcha.
And oh my God. So stop sharing. Tammy's like, I'm so full. The
Yeah, I
food
gotta
was so
close that
good.
too.
We're on the West Coast, honey. Don't be rubbing it in. Oh, geez, like my mayonnaise is Miracle Whip. See, and you see, he too
Yeah.
has the thread. So we have the okay, Sammy hasn't dialed in on the fact that, he does the Miracle Whip also. He hasn't,
Yeah.
raised his hand, but the majority of us have the mental illness of Miracle Whip. And Tammy's like, Michigan is correct. See, I thought I was right. And Squaw Bob's like, Barnacle Bob, buddy, stop eating my chili dogs, right? And then Tammy's like, Squaw Bob, howdy. And then Barnacle, howdy. We just have
Jazz
to
hands.
I'm sorry to have to pop the bubble here, but because last week there was some issue, and I'm just going to breach that real quick. Tammy, in case you don't know, Squaw Bob and Barnacle, they share the same bloodstream.
They
the veins,
may or may not be at one with themselves, each other.
Exactly. So there are days where one could be two or could be three, because, Snert might also be a personality. But, when there is a common denominator and Digger or I can pick it out, we're totally cool with it. Do you see where we're going with this? Mm-hmm. So Squaw Bob's like, hey.
Yeah, jazz hands.
Tammy's like, I'll have to do that. Thanks, Sheni. God only knows what I am doing to you, child, because I don't remember. Oh, it's
10 minutes ago.
That was the whole making French toast.
Oh, right. The
Pockets. There you go. That's a good. See, I had no name for it. So French toast pocket, pancakes and chocolate chips. There you go. Mm-hmm. And make them, and then roll them up, and then get the melted chocolate in it. Yep. You want to know? Wait a minute. I got to yell at her for a moment, because if I don't, then somebody's going to go, well, you never said, but I'm going to. Hey, Tammy, you know how you said pancakes and chocolate chips, and then last night you said you can't get below the 300 and something. Let me just share with you. I think we're finding your answer. I just want to easily tell you in a nice, shitty way before I have to come at you and tell you, but I'm cheating on mine. So who am I to say anything? But, I did start out off at 320, right? So just saying, I can eat 10 of the chocolate chips. So, okay, Bobby's brother Sammy is teaching us how to say a word.
I got it.
MJ's like,
me a
hello.
Sound bite on how to pronounce it properly.
MJ's like, hello, Barnacle. And Squaw Bob's like, dogs are number 2. He's a shithead, all right. And Bobby's like, laugh my. That's not Bobby. That's Sammy. I need to stop this shit. I am so sorry today, honey. It's your brother's been on my mind all day. So Sammy's like, laugh my fucking ass off. And Squaw Bob's like, ditto, Sammy. Ditto, Sammy. Not talking about the dog. He's like, ditto, Sammy. Mm-hmm. You do know that the dog's name is Ditto, right? Squaw Bob, we do have a dog by the name of Ditto who, well, he was eating ice, but the ice hurt him, and so I'm an evil mom.
Yeah.
OG's like, I don't know anything about anything else, but if I have a chili dog, it turns into Shar-Pei.
I had a Shar-Pei. Or no, I didn't have the Shar-Pei. Sorry, I was thinking of something else. We had a last episode. My girlfriend had a Shar-Pei Ridgeback. The Shar-Pei's the wrinkle dogs, right? Like with all the masses of extra skin, so it's all wrinkly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was blonde and she was all wrinkly. But then when she grew up, she had the only wrinkles were in her head and face.
Oh, how funny!
But she had the ridgeback color stripe on her spine. And she had the ridgeback needle fur. her fur was so sharp and so short and like needles, it could actually weave its way into denim, heavy denim, and then choke
Man,
you. Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Ditto,
She is
ditto,
lucky she was such a good dog because she wouldn't be getting pets otherwise.
ditto, ditto is Aussie with Ridgeback, and I am so glad that the Ridgeback also had Aussie in him, because then I got the double merle Aussie with just a little bit of the Ridgeback specks.
Yeah.
Right. But when he was younger, I could see the Ridgeback back there, but now not so much. OG's like, I don't know anything about anybody. Okay, I already went there. Tammy's like, all waving again. And yes, I do know. I didn't think I had to tell you, but would I be me if I didn't mention it? And then it's a Gigi thing. And Tammy's like laughing. It's all good. I'm not eating the pancakes and chocolate chips. It's just an idea. My fat ass will do it though. And I'm working really hard at not doing it. Do you see how we are? I am trying to stick to that tomato thing over in the other one. And then Sammy's like, Mr. Coke.
To Mr. Coke.
Okay, can she send me the link on how to can she send me the link of how you said that and then I can play it, or do you want her to just say it?
Max mayonnaise. There we go. Okay.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Max
It's like I'm learning a whole new language.
It's a Sammy thing. It's a Sammy thing. Those boys used to talk in their own language, I'm quite sure. So it's the boys' language. MJ's like, I have ate a lot of chocolate chip pancakes. I don't think I've ever ate a chocolate chip pancake.
That's me.
I heard that. Oh wait, Sammy sent me something too. Oh, he sent it to me as well.
Oh, okay. Well, now you've got mayonnaise 3 times.
Oh my God, what the
twice.
fook? Now I got to hear that again. Okay, well, I'm downloading it.
Mayonnaise.
I don't know that I can upload it into
Mr.
here.
Coke.
It's they make it kind of hard to Max mayonnaise. You know what? It's got a southern drawl to it with a little bit of a whole bunch of liquor and maybe just a touch of meth in it. Max mayonnaise. Max mayonnaise. Max mayonnaise.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because now I know what I sounded like just a minute ago.
Well, but see, you got to find it. You got to have all those mixtures, and I'm sorry, I don't have them all in me.
Try the Mr. Coke.
Mayonnaise.
To Mr. Coke.
Throw that underneath. Throw your jaw out and say, Max mayonnaise. Max mayonnaise. Smay not smay Max mayonnaise. There we go. Max mayonnaise. I got it. I did it. I got it. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Don't even ask me how that was funny, honey. I just don't know that I can get it in. I've got to find StreamYard to see if I can load it. Because some of these I can't load when they're not MP4s. So I'm gonna try and give it a try, see if it's listed. Oh my God.
Did it work?
I think it's going to. Y'all are in for a what did I call it? An alcoholic, drug-infused Southern word. If I can do this, wait, let me turn up the volume. I'm going to turn it up really loud. So if you're on an earpiece, Sammy, honey, be careful because I turned it up to like 90 just in case. I don't know how it's uploaded. So here we go. You ready, Digger? Careful of the ears.
Yep.
Max mayonnaise. Max mayonnaise. Max mayonnaise.
Do you hear it? Do you hear the alcoholic part? Do you hear the southern part? Do you hear the meth part? It's all in there. I'm just hearing them all. And she froze. She's not real.
No, I think they're Indian.
No, they're
Dot,
not.
not feather.
No,
I think so.
no, I don't know. Here we go.
I think so.
Oh, you were
He just sent me
listening.
another one, and I think so.
I don't think so. I don't. Okay, he didn't send it to me. He sent it to you.
Okay.
Okay. Because I don't. No. No. See, I hear the southern and the
Max, my.
see the whole match, and then he sent it to me, or you did. You did. The whole. Well, look at this cheeseburger. God only knows what we're going to do to you right now. We're not here to piss you off, but we are here to just like carry this thing on a little bit longer so that y'all have fun. So we
Weird.
we totally think this is funny that we've got one called a quarter cheese patty mayo. Okay, so we're uploading that. So Cheese, if you're still here, cheeseburger, just know we're not here to. This one's for you. We're not here to piss you off or nothing, but we love you. But here you go. This one's for you.
Bacon, egg, cheese, ham, egg, cheese, BLT.
Whoa, good. Can you do that again? Is that a song? Do it again one more time, please.
Quarter cheese, patty melt, BLT, grilled ham and cheese, grilled cheese,
Good.
BLT.
You've been practicing your P's and Q's, have you not?
That's Indian.
Bacon, egg, cheese, ham, egg, cheese, BLT.
Whoa, good. Can you do that again? Is that a song? Do it again one more time, please.
Quarter cheese, patty melt, BLT, grilled ham and cheese, grilled cheese.
Patty melt.
You've been practicing your P's and Q's, have you not?
Bacon, egg, cheese, ham, egg.
Okay, I am just so sorry. Patty melt. See, this is where we are. Patty melt. We'll take that, please. Okay, so where are we? MJ's like, I like everything. And OG's like, given the whole LGBT alphabet thing, you think it can be considered offensive to say, what up, G, to a happy dude?
You never know.
If they want to be a victim, yeah, it's going to be offensive. Okay. Mm-hmm. Everybody's going to find a reason to be offended. Well, watch your own shit. And then you don't have to be worried about being offended. Tammy's like, okay, y'all, I've got to take meds and do a few things. Look at you being smart, getting out of here.
You be well, Tammy.
We'll see you later, sweetheart. And MJ's like, later, Tammy. And OJ's like,
I'll be right back.
Ate too many gummies, I think. I ain't any wait. OG. I haven't had any yet. But yeah, no, I haven't had any, but yeah, I need to go get Too Kind, and then do a stream, right? Come on, why not? Oh, geez, like mash mayonnaise is he? I don't know. And then, for fuck's sake, can everyone let their vehicles run? I need some global warming right now. Is it cold where you are? Wait, you're back. How are you feeling? Because last night you were feeling like shit and we were worried about you. And then you were at work today. So we're assuming that you're not feeling like, the shit that you were last night. But we would like an update on that you're feeling better. But with you being a little bit cold, are you still ill? Sammy's waving. She's saying, bye-bye. Bye-bye, honey. See you later. And Sammy's laughing. And he says, I can fool you or send you the full clip for context. We won't play the full clip, but yeah, I'm thinking that would be fun. And OG's like, I gotta get back to pretending to work, y'all. Later's hugs.
Well, OG.
Again, we asked how you're feeling, and you're gonna bail out on us. Well,
he's bailing out on us to go back to work, so I'm guessing.
And he's bailing out at us 2.5 minutes before I asked how he was doing. So MJ is like, later, OG. So there you are. Okay. Hey, folks, you know what? We've been going for 3 hours and 20 minutes. Unlike last night's 4 hours, 19 minutes, and 42 seconds, which if we'd have held it in there, could have just been
420, but we didn't notice it until it was over.
And we can't hit go live to make up for it. We'd have to start it all over again. So yeah, no. Wait, what? I don't know. My system just took me up, way up, or we're like way behind, which
No,
we're not.
we're caught right up.
Totally up to par here. So again, I'm thinking we love y'all for being here. Some of you the whole time, some of you some of the time, some of you most of the time, some of you saying, get the hell out of here early. And you know, like an hour, 10,
And some of you came in late.
you know, we're just thank you for coming morning, day, noon, and night.
That's exactly it. Thank you for coming.
You know, I'm just like, I was first and last.
And the last.
We
I
greatly
like
appreciate that. And then we don't know where Cynthia roamed off to, but I'll bet you somewhere some side piles are being played. I'm just saying. So anyway, we are going to say peace out and hope y'all have a fun time. Don't forget, Digger is live on her channel on Wednesday.
Okay. Yes, Wednesday mornings. I will continue to do the reading. We're halfway through the one book, so we'll have to figure out what book we'll do next. Feel free to leave suggestions as to what book
I have suggestions. Remind me.
So yeah, feel free to let me know. And I'm also thinking about I've got an idea for a shorter afternoon stream just myself. So I will let you all know more when that gets started.
She's thinking, folks.
I gotta make sure that I can commit to doing it, because the problem with me is I never know how I'm going to feel when I wake up in the morning, and making plans and being reliable is not really possible for me. So, I want to make sure I can do it.
Kind of like the sign I put in my office door before I left there. You know, available by phone only on Tuesdays and Thursdays. In the office, or can expect to find me in the office Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays at 10, maybe until 4, leaving early on Fridays. Sometimes I'm here, the other times I'm not, that kind of thing, right? Yes, I put that on my business door. It made sense and everybody got it. So that's all you're saying, is that I'm going to be here when I can be here. If I can't be here, I ain't here. Don't take offense, right? Is that what you're saying? That's totally what I get out of it. So if she can do it, she can do it.
Yeah, but
I'm right. She put a note.
There's the kind of niche space of a few hours where no one else seems to stream, but being on the Pacific Northwest, Pacific Coast, I can stream no problem, because it's not the busy time for me. It's not dinner time. It's not either which way. My guess is I will be doing it 3 or 4 days a week on top of the Wednesday
thing. Cool. Well, and you know I'm going to be listening, so there. So Sammy comes along and was laughing at something that we were saying, and MJ's like, "Hey now, don't you know?" Kind of. I'm hearing the song in my head. The "Hey now."
All-star, get your game on, go.
That's
play.
the one. Because God knows I don't.
Star,
and then
get paid. Sorry, I can't.
MJ's like, "End of your sign. Are you feeling lucky?" Oh, that would have been an excellent sentence, MJ. Yeah.
I like that.
God dang it.
You know what? She's still going to need to have her hours of operation at her new office.
No, I don't, because it's in my garage, bitch.
Yeah, I know, but you're not always going to be home.
Yeah, they ain't coming to my house.
Well, don't you still need to see clients?
I will meet them at Starbucks or at the an office by an hour, or at their house, or at their office.
I just assumed they were coming to the garage.
Yeah, no. I really only had about 5 people ever throughout the year that showed up at my office.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, my clients are all business people. They don't want to be coming to the office. They want to be taken care of, via phone, email. And it was like, yeah, okay, so I'm all set up. So it's like, really, other than a couple of clients who can't put a stamp on an envelope, right? I was paying $15,000 plus a year because of the utilities at that facility just for them. Guess what I'm not doing anymore?
Yeah. Yeah. They can lick the stamp and mail the letter.
You don't even have to lick them. They come pre-sticky-diced.
Oh, I didn't
See how
know.
we are?
It's been a while.
So, that's it. Anyway, guess what? These heifers are out of here. Y'all have fun. Bye-bye.
A couple heifers looking at each other. Wait, have you met us? We can't stop talking, so why we still be talking anyway? We two heifers are nothing without our herd. We may be in different corners of the pasture, but we are thankful each of you found us. Dom and Sammy watching over us carefully, and with the love of bulls on the ranch. Cynthia always there, ready to play a game, and to show Chad how to do it on or off screen. SH, who's a sucker for all things fun. Special thanks to Squab Bob, Tim, and the others who keep us thinking. There's MJ and OG who keep us on our toes. Tammy and Froggy jumping in and out of chat. Mr. Meat and Hobo Chili Recipe and all the rest. This herd wouldn't be a herd without each one of you making the time we all spend together fun. Y'all, we two heifers enjoy hanging out with y'all. Thank you, and huggers buggers. Two heifers are nothing without our herd. We may be in different corners of the pasture, but we are thankful each of you found us. Dom and Sammy watching over us carefully, and with the love of bulls on the ranch. Cynthia always there, ready to play a game, and to show Chat how to do it on or off screen. Then SH, who's a sucker for all things fun. Special thanks to Squab Bob, Tim, and the others who keep us thinking. There's MJ and OG who keep us on our toes. Tammy and Froggy jumping in and out of chat. Mr. Pete and Hobo Chili Recipe and all the rest. This herd wouldn't be a herd without each one of you making the time we all spend together fun. Y'all, we two heifers enjoy hanging out with y'all. Thank you, and huggers boogers. Thank you, and hug.